let's get it going. We're good to go. Hey guys, how you going? So I'm BKR Sport. Wow, we are here. Yes, Bulldogs and Manly fans, get crazy, get excited because we are at the big game for mine that we went into this weekend with thinking this is going to be the real cracker one, because obviously Cowboys Knights, people were concerned about how that one could play out. It obviously played out to be a cracker last night, to be completely fair between the Cowboys and Knights, but this one we've been so excited for a little bit now. I tell you right now, let me just mute my phone here, otherwise I will be distracted. But it's been a great finals weekend where we've really seen two teams take a pretty significant lead ahead of the rest of the teams that are still going to be in the competition after this week. But we've also, like I said, saw a great game last night where the Cowboys obviously did beat the Knights. Just to go over the weekend so far, Panthers beat the Roosters 30-10, which means they go through to the preliminary final where the Roosters will play the winner of this game here due to their loss. The Storm, obviously yesterday, beat the Sharkies 37-10, which means the Storm go on to the preliminary final, one game away from the grand final, and the Sharks will play the North Queensland Cowboys after the Cowboys won 28-16 last night over the Knights, eliminating them. So this game here between the Canterbury Bulldogs and the Manly Seagulls is the big one to see who will go on to take on the Cronulla Sharks at CommBank Stadium next week, by the way, which is really, really odd in my personal opinion that, you know, Cronulla for a home game, I know it's a regional home game, but with that being said, like Cronulla for a home game are having to play at CommBank, which is about an hour away from where Cronulla is. I think they would have gone Allianz, but the thing is that unfortunately the Roosters obviously are playing a home game there next week, which prevents the Sharks from going to the nearby, and I feel like they just didn't want to risk the potential low attendance at Accor Stadium, right? Because Accor is massive, it's like 82,000 or whatever it is, or 81,000, whilst you've got CommBank, which is more so around that modest 45,000, I'd say. Actually, how big is CommBank, to be fair? CommBank Stadium capacity is 30,000, so I actually overdid it, to be completely honest with you. It's actually not that bigger than the Seabus, that's crazy. But yeah, look, so obviously that's an interesting one next week, but one of these two teams here today, between the Bulldogs and Manly, will be playing the Sharks next week there. Now let's get into this game here, guys, and read through the two-team lineups, give you my prediction for the game, and then obviously get into the chat and see what you all are saying on this fine Sunday afternoon of Elimination Final Footy. Obviously, there is no more double chances after yesterday's Storm Sharks game. It's all elimination from here on out. It is the be-all, the end-all. This is what we do it for. This is what we wait for. And we are going to soon find out who is the winner of the NRL Premiership 2024 in just a few weeks' time. But all right, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. Let's smack it out. So, the Canterbury Bulldogs, they host this game. 6th position. They are $2 underdogs here at home. And like I said, this is Accor Stadium in Sydney, where they've only, well, to be fair, I think they lost 2 games to finish off the year at Accor. They were undefeated there for quite some time, and then the back end of the year, they started to lose a little bit of form, the Doggies, and last week, obviously, the Cowboys, they put a score through them. They beat them 44-6 at home. The week before that, they also lost to the Manly Seagulls, right, who they're playing here today. So, yeah, the Bulldogs have started to waver a little form at home and just in general. So it'll be interesting to see if they can really get back to their roots of making this a fortress, because throughout the season, until that Manly game, they were undefeated there. But they play the Manly Seagulls, who come into this game in 7th position as $1.80 favourites. So that basically means, guys, if you don't really know this terminology, $1.80 to $2 means it's pretty much even. There's a slight advantage in favour of Manly, and people are leaning more so with them just, but it does mean that it's pretty much even here, and we are more than likely up for a cracker of a game. With that being said, it doesn't necessarily, say anything overall about what the result will actually be, though, because you do see teams like the Knights at $3.70, $4 last night give it a real solid crack against a team that was like $1.20, yeah? So that's just how the punters are kind of looking towards right now in regards to those odds, but they believe it'll be an incredibly close game. Now, the ins here for the Dogs, you've got Bronson Cherry, Gerald Skelton, and Matt Burton coming in, with Drew Hudson, Eli Clark, and Jonathan Stewart going out. Obviously, there is also a big one that we'll just mention here is Josh Adokar, who is out, and that is due to the fact that we've had a few situations throughout the week that if you are living under a rock, you wouldn't know about, but if you aren't living under a rock now and you do know what's happened, I'm not going to speak about it too heavily, but it is a massive distraction on the Bulldogs, right? So, yeah, really unfortunate situation there for the Dogs, who haven't been in the finals for about 8 or so years now. Now, the fullback is Connor Tracy, with the wingers being Jacob Kitteras and Jarrell Skelton. Centres, Bronson Cherry, and the captain from the Panthers last year, Bulldogs now, Stephen Crichton. who is a massive leader for this club. Real culture upriser. I was about, you know how everyone says culture killer. You need to think of something that's the opposite of that. And he's an upriser of this culture. You know, he really brings the culture of this Dogs and really emulates what they need to be. So that's been a massive inclusion for them this season. You got the 5'8", Matt Burton with my halfback, Toby Sexton, my boy Tobes. Get around the Tobes. Get around him. The front row forward is Maxi King, another one of my boys, and Sam Hughes, with the number 9 being Reed Marnie. You got the back row, Viliami Kickout and Jacob Preston, with the 13, Jamin Salmon. Interchange of Bailey Hayward, Curtis Marine, Harry Hayes, and Josh Curran. 18th man of placement is Blake Taff. So this Dogs team here, they are pretty much full strength, obviously just without Josh Addo-Carr there. Everybody else is pretty much who they would like to be going into this game with. Also, Kurt Mann is out, which is a frustrating one because he's done for the season. But outside of Kurt Mann and Addo-Carr, they're pretty much full strength, especially in the key positions. But I do think that Kurt Mann has been incredible for the Dogs this year, which they have been really seeing that loss of Mann as well in these last couple of weeks. And I just feel like, yeah, he's a bigger loss than people give it credit for. So the Dogs, it's interesting. They've got a solid enough team here to win today. That's why the odds are so very even. Now, Manly. We've got Tommy Trbojevic coming back into the team. Huge in there with the out being Tofofo Sipley. You've got the fullback, Tommy Trbojevic, with the wingers being Tommy Talau and Lehigh Hopewada, who's had a great year as a rookie, man. Great year. The centers of Tonta Kuala and Ruben Garrick. The 5'8" is Luke Brooks, halfback of Daly Cherry Evans, who is the captain. 5'8", Luke Brooks is his first game in the finals. He's been playing this competition for like 10 years now. Dead set 9, 10 years, whatever. I think it might have been 8, 9 years. But he has not played the finals because he's been at the West Tigers. Now he's at Manly. He's come here. He's done his job. He's doing well. And this is his first ever finals game. So good luck to Luke Brooks after a real struggle of a tenure at the West Tigers, obviously. I go to the front row forwards of Taniela Paseka and Matthew Lodge with Lachlan Croker as the hooker. Back row, Hamoli Olakawatu and Carl Lawton, the 13, Jakey T. Trbojevic. You go to the interchange, Ben T. Trbojevic. Don't know why I keep saying T, but I'm just saying Ben T. Trbojevic, J. T. Trbojevic, and Tom T. Trbojevic. There's actually 2 T's there with the first T for Tom, so take that. But anyway, that was really relevant. Interchange, Ben Trbojevic, Josh Aloye, Ethan Bullimore, and Nathan Brown, with the 18th man of placement being Clayton Faulalo. This Manly team is solid, man. You know, they are a team that really just get it going, even though their forwards may not necessarily look like the greatest forward pack that you've ever seen. You know, you look at the forward packs and you say it's really, really even here. The Bulldogs have more X factor, whilst I think the Manly Seagulls just don't have the name, but they just work hard, man. And I'm not saying the Bulldogs don't work hard, but I'm saying this Manly forward pack is not really X-factory. Matthew Lodge, not so much X-factor. Paseka, not so much X-factor. Croker, the hooker, definitely not X-factor. Olakwatu, yes, sure. Carl Lawton, I wouldn't say he's X-factor. Jake Boyovich is the opposite of X-factor. He is just solid, hard-working grind. So that's how Manly built their forwards, whilst the Bulldogs do have, you know, Maxi King would be more of a solid worker there. Reid Marnie is an interesting one. I wouldn't really necessarily say he's X-factor, but he's just real gritty, man. So I wouldn't say it on that regards. Sam Hughes, more so in regards to just a solid worker. Kick out is X Factor. Jacob Preston is X Factor. And Salmon is a little bit of a, you know, in the middle there. So I'd say more so. Yeah, I'd say Salmon's a hard one to take. But overall, 4 packs match each other well. The halves are so much more experienced, though, in Cherry Evans and Luke Brooks comparatively to Matt Burton and Toby Sexton. This would be Toby's first finals game. I don't think he was with us in 2021. No, because that would have been Jamal Fogarty and... who would have been the 5'8"? Oh, jeez. I know Tyron Peachy played a little bit of 5'8" then as well. It wasn't Tyron Roberts. That was... Anyway, point matter is I can't even remember who our 5'8" was there, but... actually, I'm going to quickly go check. So I don't think Toby... Because Toby played as the 7 once Jamal Fogarty left. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to quickly go do this for my own sake in regards to my own team, the Gold Coast Titans here. Oh, no, I clicked on the Warriors game. I guess that would show us anyway. Finals week 1 against the Blockers. The Blockers on the field goal. So team list, it will be... It was Tyron Peachy. I was right. It was Tyron Peachy was the 5'8", which probably tells you a lot there. But yeah, so this is Toby Sexton's first finals game, so good luck to him there. But you can clearly see the halves difference in regards to experience. Luke Brooks doesn't have the finals experience. Matt Burton does the finals experience, but not as a 5'8". He has the finals experience at the Panthers as a centre, right? So there's a lot of mixture here. Cherry Evans, obviously incredibly experienced, knows how to win a grand final, has won a grand final, obviously knows how to win Origin too, and can do it on the international level as well. So you definitely lean with these Manly halves here, 100% there. But we'll see how Berto and Tubby Sexton get on. The fullbacks, obviously, Trbojevic wins that out. But Connor Tracy has had an incredible year and has been key and integral to this team doing as well as they have. And when you go to the 2, 3, 4, and 5, I probably do lean with the names that you're seeing here from the Dogs in Jacob Kiraz, Bronson Sherry, Stephen Crichton, and Jarrell Skelton. Now, Skelton is solid. Obviously, I think he's off to the Tigers next year. Josh Adokar would normally be there, and you'd clearly give that 2, 3, 4, 5 battle to Bulldogs on name. On paper, I would say Manly don't necessarily get that same kind of juices flowing as you would see from the X Factor that you're seeing over there. With that being said, Tommy Talad's had a fantastic year. Tom Taekwondo is obviously incredibly pacey. Does lack a little bit in certain areas, but is a very good centre. Ruben Garrick is a solid enough centre, and Leo Apuada is another rookie who's just been having a really, really impressive year. So the 2, 3, 4, 5, obviously you lean with the Dogs there, but as a collective, Manly have been playing really well through that 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So I think this is a great battle. I really do think this is a great battle, and it's very clear this will come down to the wire. It's very clear that one team will be heartbroken in the last few seconds of this game, these last couple of minutes of this game, because the Bulldogs, they're hungry. The positive for the Bulldogs is how hungry they are, but the main thing is the fans. It's you guys. It's the fans who get out in support of your team. I know that there's been many years where there hasn't been anybody there supporting the Bulldogs besides the true, passionate, loyal doggy, wolf fans, right? But with that being said, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about them? I know that the loyal fans, and I go through this at times too, but I know how to adjust my thought process, right? To be happy for the bandwagons, because it means we're successful now, right? But so many people insult the bandwagons of their own team because they know they were there. And it's like, well, where were you guys? Where was this? And whilst granted, again, I struggle with this at times, and also everyone else is going to have their issues. And it's valid too, because you deserve it more in regards to the work you put in when your team sucked comparatively to now, whilst everyone's jumping on. But the point of the matter is that it means you're good now. So when you're good, you're going to get everyone there. So focus on the people you know. Focus on your community and the people that are a part of it, that you know have been with you, and also just appreciate the atmosphere. Just appreciate what's coming. And I tell you what, the Bulldogs fan base have really gotten out of numbers to support their team, right? So it is a massive positive. The negative here for the Bulldogs is they have no experience in the finals. They have not been there for a very long time. And yes, you've got your Crichton there, who's got a finals experience and grand final experience. Same with Matty Burton as well. You go down to Reid Marty was the hooker for the Eels in 2022, wasn't he? I think he was. The hooker for the Eels there. If he was, then Reid Marty as well has got that finals experience there with the Parramatta of the Squeals. But with that being said, obviously his form's not been the same as the Eels, but he is at least experienced there. As long as I'm right, I'm pretty certain he came to the Dogs last year. I'm pretty certain. ELIMINATION Kickout, obviously similar to the Panthers boys before, obviously Stephen Crichton and Matty Burton. And Jaden Salmon as well would have been with the Panthers, yeah? So a little bit of finals experience overall, but not a crazy deal. Just the individual of Stephen Crichton and also Matty Burton, and you'd argue ELIMINATION Kickout, those three, as the big ones there. In regards to Manly, Tommy Trbojevic is well seasoned here. Tommy Talau, not so much. Todd Taekwondo, not so much. Ruben Garrick, decent amount. Obviously, Luke Brooks, no finals experience. Cherry Evans, it's too much finals experience. Pretty much all of their guys. It's actually a little bit of a mixture too, but it's just that you do see those guys like your Jakey Trbojevic, like your Cherry Evans, like your Tommy Trbojevics, all these kind of guys. Kuatu, how long has he been around for? Yeah, he would have surely been a part of it and whatnot. My mind's kind of blanking a little bit at the moment. But yeah, I think the inexperience of the Dogs is their issue. The positive is the support. The positive is the vibe, the feeling, the energy, and what the Bulldogs fan base is really bringing to give that oomph behind this Dogs team that are already playing well enough. Whilst Manly, the positive here for Manly is the fact that they have been here before. Their club is well seasoned in the finals. They were in a couple of final series in the last couple of years as well. They got to the preliminary final of 2021 with a fantastic year from Tom Trbojevic. The form of Trbojevic has been absolutely fantastic besides his recent injury. And you've got Cherry Evans. And I think that's the biggest point of emphasis here, is that when you look at Matt Burton, Toby Sexton, Luke Brooks, and Cherry Evans, there's one outlier. And that one outlier is Daly Cherry Evans. That is the outlier. So that's why I think that that's a big positive and a big point of emphasis for the Manly Seagulls today. However, you go to the negative and you say, well, yes, they have had some good form. Yes, the Manly Seagulls have really improved based off of last year, and getting Luke Brooks in and getting these guys healthy. Tom Trbojevic being healthy is really, really important. The negative is that you look at their team on paper, and if they play to their name on paper, they will lose this game. And they will lose this game because it's nothing spectacular, but it's very solid. It's nothing spectacular, whilst the Dogs can play some fantastic footy. They can be entertaining, right? They're not always entertaining. I know Dogs fans like to say the entertainers are bad. They can be entertaining, but they're not always entertaining. But Manly, they just know how to win, right? But if they fall away from the simples and the basics, and they start to lose a little bit of confidence, I think that you're more than likely to see a Dogs team find that little bit of X-factor energy to break apart a game, comparatively to Manly, where, I don't know, I just feel like the names on paper do bring a bit more of a bland feeling, saying that it's not of that caliber in regards to just being able to break away. But then again, you got Tommy Trbojevic and whatnot. So it's a minimalistic negative there, but I'm just talking about on paper in regards to that Manly team compared to the Dogs team. But again, only with the halves. And the reason why I really put an emphasis on Cherry Evans is because I'm tipping Manly 1-12. I'm tipping Manly by a really, really close margin here, which Dogs fans are going to hate. Again, I know both these teams can win this game. And, I'm confident that this game is going to go down to the final wire. I'm confident this game will be less than 6 points here. Could be less than 4 points. Could be a field goal. We could be sitting here tomorrow as extra time goes for a couple of hours. That's how close this game will be, because the Dogs are hungry, and Manly, they just always perform. They usually perform, right? They've been here before. They know how to do it as a club. I know the Dogs do, but that was a long time between drinks. So that's why I'm a little bit more confident in Manly in that regard. Now, before we do get into the chat here, there's still about 15 minutes to go into the kickoff, 20 minutes to go. I'll quickly go through the points differentials as well. So the Dogs this year have scored 529 points, and they've conceded 433 points. So if you watch my season reviews and whatnot, the Bulldogs, obviously, we talk about quite a bit with the bottom nine as used as a comparison with the attack, because their attack of 529 is worse than everyone above them, is worse than the Seagulls. Obviously, Knights and Raiders below them, not by a crazy deal though, only by about 50 points or so. They're below the Dolphins in regards to the attack. They're not too far away from the Dragons, who had a lot of criticism this year for their attack. Broncos, they are behind. That's a crazy one for you. Not too far ahead of the Warriors. Not a crazy deal ahead of the Titans on 488. It's only about 40, 50 odd there. The Eels, they were behind. The Bulldogs scored less than the Eels by about 30 odd points. But obviously scored more than the Rabbitohs and the Tigers. But the Rabbitohs scored 494 points this year too. So not a crazy deal above them as well. So the attack has been really struggling, especially in the last few weeks as well. I'm actually going to put that aircon on. But then when you go to their defense with the 433 points against, which is really, really impressive there for the Dogs to really improve on that defense. The only couple of teams that are above them are the Penrith Panthers on 394 and the Sharks with 431. So we don't realise the Sharks actually were the second best defensive team in the competition this year. Dogs were third best. That's because of the last couple of weeks, which is a concern because it was the weeks leading into this game, right? It was it was going into this game rather than the early part of the season, right? It actually started to falter very, very late. So their defense is incredible. Their defense wins premierships, and their defense is 90 points better than the 521 points that Manly gave up this year, which is not the worst in the top 8, but they're 7th. So Manly are 7th in regards to their defense this year, and that is across the entirety of the competition, whilst the Bulldogs are 3rd best in regards to their defense and pretty much equal second with the Sharks. Only 2 points separates them, but I'm going to claim it and say Bulldogs are equal second now in defense comparatively to that 7th there for Manly. So that is a massive, massive concern. But again, very similar to the Cowboys and Knights last night, right? Those two teams, Cowboys very high attack, not great defense. Knights, very low attack, very good defense. Well, not very good, but a lot better. The Manly Seagulls have scored 634 points this year to the Bulldogs 529. So again, it is a mixture of attack versus defense here, right? Last night we did see the attack win out over the defense of the Knights, Does that happen today? I don't know. It's a lot more closer. But that's 105 more points Manly Sea Eagles have scored this year. So if the Bulldogs get their defensive systems right and they do get back to what they have been known to do all season long, and that is getting back to it, because again, a couple of weeks ago, they got flogged by Manly, right? But if they get back to what they did at the beginning part and the middle part of this year, where they were doing so well, they were top and second alongside the Panthers for a long time, and then fell away late, the Bulldogs team will win this based off of their defense, and it has to be like a 14-12 kind of game, 16-14, kind of real close one like that. But Manly, I don't think win this game 13 plus. 2 weeks ago says otherwise, but I don't think they can. But the Bulldogs just need to really force those errors and frustrate the living shit out of them, because attack is great, but it can be clunky like you saw last night with the Cowboys in the first half. That was the first half, not the second half. But you can frustrate the attack out of a team, whilst it's really difficult to break a defensive structure. Once you break that defensive structure, sure, then you can really open up, because then they're not as confident in themselves. They start, throwing shade at each other. They start losing confidence, yeah? But in regards to an attack is really, really difficult to maintain on a consistent level because of how solid the defenses are, and defenses wins premierships. So, look, based off of that, you think Dogs win this game in a close one. If it's a close one, Dogs probably should win, to be fair. But I just feel like Manly, they're right a bit of confidence. They're getting Tommy Trbojevic back in. It just comes down to his health, comes down to how Cherry Evans plays here. It comes down to if they can really just turn together as a team, come together collectively, and pump home here in this final stretch, because they've come in off the back of a thumping by the Sharks, who just got thumped by the Storm. So that could bring them down. But the mentality is Tommy Trbojevic isn't there. And that's not a great mentality to have a one-man team kind of deal. But it just happens. That is just how sport works sometimes. Sometimes when you've got a key leader like a Tommy Trbojevic, who we know can just destroy a game, that changes the complete perspective and way that people view that team. And the boys within the team also lose a lot of confidence without that quality from behind there. So, look, I'm taking Manly 1-12. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced in either team to tip them. I think this is going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get into the chat and let's see what you guys are saying. A couple of donos. Slamming down a donos. A couple of donos early here. J94 with the $2 and $2 donation says, love the channel, Blaze. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I know you're a Dragons fan. So, unfortunately, you are not here, but that is probably because more so that, you know what, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it, but you'll see it on the season review that comes out on next Sunday for the St. George Illawarra Dragons. But I appreciate your support, mate. Olivia Reed with the $8 donation says, another day, another dono. I'm going for the Eagles today. I had a multi on 2. We'll let you know how it go. Well, good luck with that multi. Let us know what the multi is. Let us know what you're getting on today. But yeah, appreciate you for your donation. Obviously, like I said yesterday, good win for your Broncos. And they are looking pretty right now in the NRLW. They are. They're looking pretty in the NRLW at the moment. The Roosters are looking pretty red hot as well. So it's a good one there. The Sharkies have fallen off a little bit in regards to NRLW. But yeah, good luck with your multi as well. And also, Olivia Reed with the $8 donations has had to make it 2,000. Woo! Are you talking about in regards to the Vegas fund? Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We're above the 2K mark in regards to the Vegas fund. Vegas, 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 Vegas. Fire it up. Fire it up. Appreciate you. Dazmate says, I've just clogged the Accor toilets with my 10th never shit and they had no hot dogs. Why? Why do you need to feel the need to tell us this, Mr. Dazmate? Why do you feel the need to talk about how you're clogging up toilets at Accor and they've got no hot dogs? I don't think you need a hot dog if you are clogging up the toilets of Accor Stadium. I don't think you need a hot dog right now, based off of the knowledge that you have provided us. Gee whiz. Jack24 says, how stupid that the NRL are making the Sharks play at Allianz Stadium on Friday. Wrong, with the Swans playing next door in a prelim at SCG. NRL's confirmed Allianz. No, they said Combank. Was it not Combank that it got confirmed for? I swear it was Combank. Unless there's been updated knowledge in regards to that. I'm pretty certain they said Combank. Cronulla Sharks. It'll come up straight away on Google, surely. Where's the news? Qualifying final, no, not that one. Where is it? Fresh semi-final twist, 4 hours ago. Not we played at Shark Park. Okay, with the NRL, this is 4 hours ago. Oh, the NRL instead favouring Allianz Stadium. So you might be right. They might have confirmed it whilst I've been live or sometime very, very recently. But I know CommBank was being discussed. But it doesn't make sense because I know the Roosters are playing the next night, but that would just destroy that field. Well, maybe not destroy the field, but I just think that's odd. Hillbilly says a winner of this plays Roosters, I think. Yeah, the winner of this plays Roosters. Yeah. The Sharks are the ones who play the Cowboys tomorrow on next week on Friday. Toby Saxon versus Luke Brooks in the finals debutants. Yes, obviously Luke Brooks got a lot more experience than Tobes, but in general, not in finals experience. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Love my boy Tobes, want the best for him. But I also did say to Dogs fans and to my audience about 2 months ago saying that if the Bulldogs won the premiership this year, I would get the Felice Kafusi haircut. So I can't have the Bulldogs winning the premiership this year. No. I cannot have the Bulldogs win the premiership this year because I do not want to get the haircut of Felice Kafusi. No, I do not. No, I do not. No way. No way do I want that. So Dogs fans, unfortunately, I cannot support you. I cannot support you. Like, I'd like to see it for your fan base and whatnot. Oh, some of your fan base. Hillbilly says Cowboys Sharks is locked in Friday night. Okay, so it has been announced just now then. It has been announced while I've been on then. Fair enough. I don't know who to tip for this game, Sunday says. I don't think anybody does, man. I think it's going to be a really close game. Like I said, I'd take Manly by like 1. I'll go 1 just to show how close I think it could be. I just think that Manly have a little bit more experience in the key areas, like their spine. Look at that, for example. Con Tracy, Matt Burton, Toby Sexton, and Reid Marnie. Yes, you've got your finals experience with Reid Marnie and Burton, but Burton in a different position of centre, not 5'8". Con Tracy, not so much. Like, yes, but not so much. And then Toby Sexton, no. Whilst Manly, Tom Trbojevic, seasoned veteran when it comes to the finals. Sherry Evans, seasoned veteran when it comes to everything. Lachlan Croker, he's done it all. He's experienced there. And Luke Brooks, not experienced in finals, but has been a very experienced player throughout his time. So, yeah, let's see if Luke Brooks can handle this stage. That's the big question here. Can Luke Brooks handle this stage? But I am tipping Manly by 1. Home of the NRL says, I'm pretty sure Sexton played a few games in 2021, but didn't make the team in the finals. I don't think so. I don't think you're right. Oh, he might have played like 1 or 2. You might be right. You might be right. But he didn't really play... He didn't really play until... Well, he definitely didn't really play until 2022. I don't think he did play in 2021. Unless he played like some very random games towards the back end of the year when like Jamal Fogarty might have been injured. But that was the issue with a man who did not want to be a mentor. Hillbilly says, Ches is only 2 from 8 in finals since 2013. That's great. He's still very experienced here in the finals and also has won a grand final. Jack Butler says, are you watching on Channel 9? No, I'll be watching it on KO, mate. I'll be watching it here on KO. The game does start in 8 minutes' time. Get excited, guys. 8 minutes' time. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But no, I watch it on KO, mate. When you watch it on Channel 9 on your computer, it is well behind. Like, well behind. KO's a little bit behind, but, like, Channel 9's well behind everything else. Regs says DC will pop off tonight. Eagles cheers. Tag24 says Olakuwatu made his NRL debut in the 2019 elimination final against Sharks at Brookie. There you go. Home of the NRL. This score could be 14-12 Dogs or 28-10 Manly. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I don't mind that. I just don't think there's a blowout in this one. I know Manly beat them well 2 weeks ago and better than the scoreline suggested. Like, Manly flogged them in that game. With that being said, I didn't think the scoreline necessarily reflected how close... how much that Manly team won. So I've got to put this ticker-tocker on. Hillbilly says under 40 points, Dogs win. Over 50 points, Manly win. 40 to 50 points, Golden Point. I don't necessarily believe that just because if Manly win, that means it's a high-scoring game. I think that I don't think this should be a high-scoring game at all, actually. I don't think this game should be necessarily high-scoring at all. Oh, hold on here. Let's just sort this one out. Like I said, 5 minutes to go until the kickoff. Aronos. Fix this. What is it? So we've got Bulldogs, Manly, elimination final. Chuck that bad boy up on TikToker. Done. And there we go. All right. There we go. Put that like that. Sweet. B2021 says, will you stream any of the BBL or test match this summer? Yeah, man. Yeah, no, we'll crack on for some cricket. I don't know how much of the BBL I'll do, but with that being said, you guys know I like my BBL. I might get a couple of vlogs here and there when I'm in Australia. Slubber says, Shark Park is a dog shit stadium, so understandable. I never would have agreed, I accepted, like, obviously the Sharks were really trying hard to get that at Sharky Park, which they haven't won a home final get there at Shark Park since, like, 2008, right? So I get why they would want to do it regardless, because that shouldn't matter. But I don't think that Shark Park was ever realistically in the conversation. I don't think that Sharky Park was ever in the conversation. How do I flick this around? Yeah, there we go. And we can do like that. There we go. Do it like that. I think that's right. Bogey Plus says, hello, mate, how you doing? Martin Wood says, Channel 9 commentary hurts my brain. Yeah, look, I know commentary on both sides, though, can really struggle. Like, commentary on both sides can really struggle, man. So, look, obviously we watch it on Cove here. I find that it's better, personally. I personally find that it's better to watch. And like I said, when you're live streaming here on YouTube and whatnot, we're not as far behind as you would be if you're watching it on Channel 9. Someone says, BBL not worth watching anymore. Yeah, I do feel like it's very gimmicky now. Like, obviously, I did enjoy watching the Brisbane Heat win last year, but with that being said, like, it's not, I don't lose sleep if the Brisbane Heat lose. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but I don't lose sleep on it like I would with the Titans and whatnot. J94 says, slapped. NRL has a rule that from week 2, no, he knows. It's not what he's talking about. He's just insulting Cronulla. He's just, you gotta try and read the context of the comments, my guy. He's just insulting Cronulla. Later Football says, will you be streaming soccer games in the off-season like finals and stuff? Probably good for fans out of Australia. Probably not, mate. No, I'll be doing NBA here on the channel. 5 minutes to go into kickoff, by the way, guys. 5 minutes to go into a kickoff here for the Bulldogs versus Manly. But no, probably not. I just enjoy watching football kind of without having to stream and to think about what I'm going to say and commentate and whatnot. So no, I'll be doing NBA and some cricket and whatnot throughout this off season. But obviously, I'm not even thinking about that just yet, man. We've still got this end of season to punch through in regards to the finals. Obviously, next week, big week. Week after that, big week. And then also the grand final. But we just don't stop. You know, you got to always keep pumping out content. Simon says, as long as Kronk isn't commentating today. He probably is. I would say that he probably is. Marcel Moose says, are you doing the NBA on the USA channel this one? I may as well do it this one, man, so we can keep up content here on BKR Sport. We may as well do it on this one. But look, I think that, yeah, I don't understand the fascination with people thinking that if Manly win, then it must be like a big score. Like, it can be, for sure. Manly do have the attack in them. And if the Bulldogs' defense is not up to where it's been for the majority of this season, then yes, obviously you will see, you can see that Manly Seagulls put points past them based off of the last couple of weeks where the Bulldogs got flogged by the Cowboys last week and they got flogged by Manly the week beforehand. Like I said, it all comes down to what Bulldogs team we're seeing here today. If we're seeing the team for the first 3 quarters of the season, they will grind and defensively just keep them out. But if they come in as the team they've been in the last couple of weeks, then Manly could potentially put a score past them if Manly's attack is clicking and humming as well. Because they do have Tom Trbojevic back. And when Tom Trbojevic is there, he knows how to score. He knows how to run rampant. That is what we know from Tommy Trbojevic. So, yeah, it's definitely exciting, man. It's exciting. And I know Bulldogs fans would be absolutely chirping right now. Obviously, Manly fans are a lot more used to this. They would be a lot more used to being here than... They would be a lot more used to it. Hold on, let's flip this around. Let's flick that around. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Bang. And there we go. What do I do this? That's probably better. So I can see comments down there as well. Jared Williams says, anytime try scorer, who you got? I'd probably go... Anytime try scorer, obviously I'm going to have to look for Manly here. I'll go Olakau'atu, mate. I'll go Olakau'atu because it just comes down to how these forwards do perform tonight in this big pressure caution of a game. I'll go Olakau'atu. Oh, how is Blocker on this game? How is Blocker the commentator for this game? That's crazy. Oh, no. See, Slapper, you've jinxed us here, mate. Slapper, you have been the one to jinx us here because you said, hopefully it's not Kronk. Well, you're going to get Blocker and you're more than likely also going to get Kronk. Deary me, Slapper, deary me. Later Football says, do you agree that most of the fans of the NRL hate Penrith? It just gets boring, but I guess you have to feel for the Dragons 11 in a row. Don't really understand why the Dragons just got brought in there, really, because that was before anyone here was born, by a long way, usually, more than likely. But with that being said, yeah, people dislike success. Australian culture is very opposite to American culture, right? Where we've obviously got tall poppy syndrome in Australia. So America will celebrate you when you are at the top, but they will hate on you until you get to the top, right? Whilst in Australia, you've got tall poppy syndrome, where people will support you until you get to the top, and then when you're at the top, they're like, "Oh no, you're a dickhead." You know what I'm saying? Like, so when they'll support Penrith, they'll support, you know, the Dogs to improve, they'll support all these teams to improve, but then when they do become successful, they're like, "Well, I don't need to support you anymore. Screw you. You know, why are you and not me? Why that team, not my team?" Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why people hate on Melbourne Storm. They hate on... Melbourne Storm have done their own things in the past. But, yeah, that's why they hate on Penrith now. Because I remember when they were starting their come up, everyone was like, "Oh, let's get rid of this Roosters and Melbourne Storm monopoly, yeah?" And now Panthers are there. And people were like, "Oh, well, let's get rid of this Panthers monopoly." So, yeah, it's very back and forth in regards to... And it'll happen with all teams. People will support the West Tigers until they explode. And they get up and then people are like, "No, screw you." You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. All right, they're running out of the field. They are running out onto the field here. Sly Cooper says, Manly easy dub. I don't know about easy. I think there's a world, but I've gone Manly by 1. I think this will be a really, really close game, man. I think this will be a really close game. It just comes down to what Bulldogs' defensive team is here. Skuggle says, I don't know what's going on here. Jay says, not another Dragons, Muppet G Whiz. What's happened with the Drag? Oh, yeah, I don't understand. The Dragons 11 in a row had absolutely no context with the comment that was just made. Hillbilly says, Lehigh for a hat-trick in their first final game. John Hopewade got 1. Will Hopewade got 2. So obviously Lehigh, Hopewade gets 3. Thank you, Hillbilly, for that comment. Don't know if Hopewade is going to be scoring 3 tries past this Dogs defense. Again, if it is the Dogs defense that was for 3 quarters of this season. If it was for the defense from 3 quarters of this season. Not of the last couple of weeks. So this is going to be a good one. All right, guys. Let's get it. Here we go. Punch it up here on YouTube. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Obviously on TikTok, follow us as well and get the likes flowing. But the game is about to kick off in 5 seconds. It will be the Bulldogs kicking off to Manly. Here we go. Sunday footy, elimination final. One team will be eliminated in just 90 minutes time, because obviously halftime as well. You got to remember that. And that will be Tolotau Quarter, who brings his ball back here to the 20. Yes, Slumber, yes. He did. Sam Jenkinson did have a creepy stalker. Second tackle now at the 20. It was telling him that he used to work at like Chemist Warehouse and stuff. And it was like, this was happening yesterday. And Sam was like, "How do you know that?" And the guy was saying that he was stalking his Facebook and stuff. So I said, "Sam, change your name. Change your name as a moderator so that people don't know everything about you to search." Forward tackle now for Manly. They get this ball here to the 35. Slobby Cooper says, "Dogs no chance." I don't know about that, mate. They have been good enough throughout the season. They've been pretty solid throughout the season. Again, they've been falling apart a little bit lately, but maybe that really reinvigorates them. I don't know. Like, it can go both ways. You could see Manly win this by a lot. You could see the Dogs come out this and grind this by 1-2 points. Or you could see Manly grind it as well, because Manly aren't exactly a horrible defensive team. They're not the greatest defensive team, but they're not exactly awful. And the Dogs' attack does not give you any confidence in regards to how they've played so far this year. Second tackle for the Dogs at their own 23. Change my name also. Change it to Sam Jenko. Yeah, that'd be funny. Sergeant Kelson says, hoping for a pure rugby league slugfest today. Yeah, it'd be nice to see. I don't want to see a blowout. Like, at least Cowboys Knights yesterday was a really fun game to watch. Forward tackle now at the 35, which a lot of people thought 13 plus Cowboys. I thought 13 plus Cowboys. I know it kind of... Oh, here we go. Matty Burton taking out the halfway point. I know I kind of also said that I thought Cowboys would win that game 13 plus, but... Yeah, with that being said, I also gave you that... And they only won by 12 or 10 or whatever. Bad mistake there by Tom Dvojevic, but drops it backwards. And he will bring this ball back out here to the 6. The atmosphere right now that you can hear at Accor Stadium is absolutely pumping. Absolutely pumping, son. Pumping. Second tackle now for Manly. And they will get this ball to their own 10. All right, if the Dogs can keep up this kind of intensity and the fans can keep this atmosphere going, it's a 50,000 plus here for this. So this is called a qualifying final, is it? Because we've got... So it used to be semi-final as the... preliminary final, but then they changed it to preliminary final. Now the semi-final is the second week. I think this was just... No one even really thinks qualifying final. They just think final when it comes to these games, I guess. Oh, I guess this would be just an elimination final for most people, and then the other ones with the double chances. That's kind of how people look at it. Someone says, this sellout looks packed. Bulldogs the ball at the 30 on the first tackle, their own side of the field. So it's not a sellout. It's about 50-odd thousand there. They haven't opened at the top tier of the stadium, but everywhere else has been opened. I don't know why they wouldn't just open the stadium, man. I really don't, because Dogs fans are going to get outnumbers, and Manly are just across the bridge. So, and then you've got to get your casual fans and just people who want to go to the game. So I really do think they probably could have upped it, but I don't know. BKRmy kick out. We'll get this ball to the third tackle to the 45. He gets the offload away to Matty Burton. He gets away from 1, gets away from 2, taken down to the halfway point. Big Squig getting around it. Hello, mate. Oliver Reed says, you know that Daz would have his butt cheeks clenched right now. I think every single Canterbury Bulldogs fan in existence has a squeaky bum time coming up. Both these teams. It's elimination finals football. Everyone's got it. But especially when you've been away for 8 years. Like, that's a long time to not play finals footy. I know Tigers fans, you're going through it still, but that's a long time to not play finals footy, even though it's less than what the Tigers have not played for. Because they haven't played since 2011, the Tigers. Second tackle for Manly. They're only at the 15. They're really struggling to get some meterage right now. The Bulldogs' intensity defensively is starting to look like that team we saw for the first 3 quarters of the season. Maybe they're ready. Maybe they're ready. Maybe they're ready. Slapper says that's silly. I don't agree with it. I don't get it. No, Matty Lodge gets away from that one. He'll be taken down to the 25. 4 tackle. Really solid intensity and energy from the Canterbury Bulldogs at the moment. And that's exactly what you needed to see. Tim Barrett says, wish your buddy Block would shut up. Oh, don't worry. I wish he would shut up every single week. Not just today, not just right now. I wish he did not work for KO because unfortunately I have to listen to him majority of the weekends. I cannot get away from him. Maybe that's why I can't wait for the off-season. Because it means I don't have to listen to that Block of Roche bloke and I can just chill out. You know, but Slapper's getting to listen to Cooper Cronk at the very least. Second tackle in with the Bulldogs at the 35. Good hit there from Manly, by the way. Toby Sexton gives it off to Drell Skelton, and Skelton's going to be at the 45. Third tackle now. Third tackle. So at the 45 now, and Sam Hughes, he'll get this ball to the 45 on the Manly side of the field. I think Blocker's doing the cricket. You shut your mouth, Slabber. You shut your mouth. Don't ever say something so derogatory again. Don't make me go through that, please. Please don't make me go through that. So Toby Sexton puts that ball up. Tommy Trebojevic underneath it. He gets the ball at the 5. Oh, knock on. Knock on Manly. Tom Trebojevic just knocks the ball on there. Wow. Oh, Biffo. Biffo! Matt Lodge comes in there. Max King in it as well. Bit of a Biffo already. And that's what we're waiting for here, boys. This is the finals. This is elimination final between 2 teams that do not like each other. So where's Trebojevic drops this ball? Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, good call. Really good call there by the referees because he's actually facing away from the referees. So it must have been the touch charge on this side of the field. But it was still kind of like, it was still hard to see. So really good call there by the refs. Get around the Biffo, Sergeant Kelson. Oos! You know, get a bit of oos going. Get a little bit of oos. Broggy Sports to throw an elbow. Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. But Bulldogs here, their attack is not good. It's not good. But their defense is top tier. So this is the important part of the field right now for the Dogs to show that they can score when the opportunity arises. But Olakawato crushes Matty Burton there. And he'll get taken down 8 meters out of the line. Shoe Drip says up the Dogs. Second table. Guys, comment in the chat right now. Who do you want to win this game? Not who do you think will win this game. Who do you want to win this game? Second tackle in with the Dogs. They're 3 meters out. They give it up to Matt Burton. Matt Burton out to kick out. Kiraz! Doggy, woof. Try time for the Doggies on the left-hand wing. It's 4-0 with a kick to come out as a solid start for the Canterbury Bulldogs. That is a solid start. Dazmate is going wild right now. Slapper, you are right. He probably has his shirt off already. Reed Marnie to Matty Burton. Matty Burton will have a kick out with a great catch and pass there to Jake Kiraz. And Ruben Garrick actually had a really good tackle. Well, had enough of a tackle on him that somebody else should be able to follow up. But unfortunately, Tolatau Kuala, no, it's Lehigh Hapawade. The inexperience matters there because he's come in off his line. Garrick had the control there of kick out. But unfortunately for Manly, Lehigh Hapawade bit off, came inside. Garrick maintained where he was meant to be. That's unfortunately on Hapawade. Ben Ferguson says, I want the Dogs to win for Daz. Get around the Daz. The famous Dazzy. The famous Daz, mate. Get around it. Thank you very much for following us. Bugha7, get around you. But Daz, mate. Right now, he's got no shirt on. If Matt Burton can kick this from the sideline, he might not have pants on, that Daz, mate, bloke. He may not. I don't know. 8 minutes in here, the Doggies are off to a flying start. A red-hot start here at 4-0. Kiraz better than a fine Shiraz. Fair enough. LNG says Bulldogs. Pretty much everyone here's going with the Bulldogs. I get it. I know my dad right now will be watching this. He's a Manly fan. But we've got a lot of doggies subscribers here on the channel. Matty Burton, ooh, misses the kick. So Dad's mate keeps his pants on for now. He does keep his pants on for now there in the kennel. But 4-0 into the Dogs, 8 minutes into the game here. Greg Martin says, last time the Dogs scored the first 2 minutes and Manly won big, got me money on Manly. Manly. To be fair, yeah, the Dogs did score early, Greg Martin. You're right. The Dogs did score early, to be completely fair, in that game before, obviously, before Manly did take it away. So, yeah, let's see if the Dogs can keep this momentum, because I tell you what, that first 5 minutes was really what set in stone the Dogs being on the front foot in that situation, because they just kept pumping and pumping in regards to, oh, geez, Dogs nearly made a mistake there again off the kickoff, but Sam Hughes will bring this ball out to the 8. Really important here, do not make a mistake. When you score a try, complete your set, don't need to score again, just complete it, bang it down. But the foundation was set by the fact that the defense of the Dogs kept Manly in their own 50. They put that pressure on. Manly could get pretty average kicks away, and then the Bulldogs would just be able to counter, put themselves into a good position, force the error out of Tom Trbojevic, and then obviously the Bulldogs just spread it out to the left-hand side and score straight away, right? So that's how it happened. Daz gets lit. Daz gets lit, mate. Daz is lit. Fifth tackle now at the 40 on the Dog side of the field. Shrew Drip says Bulldogs 4, Seagulls 0. Yes, you can see that on the screen. Yes. Yes, we can clearly see that on the screen. And Tom Trbojevic, good catch. Ooh, gets taken down by Billy May Kickow at the 23. At the 23 there. Turbo Steel Crook, Roosterman says. I don't know, I thought that was just a really intense tackle and a really good hit there for the Doggies to force that error, but it's a penalty Manly. It's a penalty Manly, and that is a huge help there. Reid Marty, you've got to settle that down. You cannot be giving away get out of jail free cards like that one to Manly Seagulls when they have the talent that they possess in Tommy T, in Daly Cherry Evans, and the guys that can really break it apart. Because Lee Hawawade may have his troubles defensively, but attacking-wise, I can tell you, he can put some points past you. Got to be careful here. But 10 minutes gone in the first half, guys. Here on YouTube, obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. If you're here on TikTok, obviously, chuck us some likes and obviously follow us as well. All right, so Manly now. We'll get this ball to the 45, first tackle. And they'll go right inside Cherry Evans up to Olakwatu. They shaped out to go for a 3-on-2 out the right, but Olakwatu keeps the ball instead. I think it was probably the right play by Olakwatu because it didn't look like they had the angle on that edge. Third tackle now for Manly. They'll be 30 metres out. Manly, what are you going to do here? The Dogs have a really good defence. They would be just as fine happy to win this game 4-0, Manly. The Dogs would be just as fine happy to say this score the rest of the game, not score any points, not concede any points. So Manly got to find a way to break it down. Greg Munson, I hope Manly wins just in spite of Matthew Parsons. Trying to work his left-hand side. Ooh, I don't know if that's a knock on Dogs or Manly. Oh no, they're going to say it's just going to be Dogs' ball. Good tackle there for the Dogs. And Tolentau Qualla makes a mistake. Oh, Crichton gets rubbed in the tackle, and they're going to call a penalty of the Dogs. I don't understand why. To be fair, I don't think that's... Oh, it's not a knock-on from either. If Manly had got that ball, it wouldn't have been a knock-on either. I reckon... Grant Atkins, I think, is the referee. I do believe he probably would have called that as a knock-on Manly. They would have had to challenge it. But it does come off the shoulder there, the Dogs player, and he's not playing at it, so it's just play on. But I'm hoping that in an alternate reality, Grant Atkins would have made the right call there and said, no knock-on from either team. Whoever gets the ball gets it. Middle says that's a future immortal type of tackle there. I don't understand why that's a penalty just then, though. I don't understand why it's a penalty. Not too sure. I always say I'll win every week. Ugly, I don't give a crap how. Just my team must win. Well, Aston Villa found a way to do that last night. They did find a way. We're not going to talk about football, but I'm just saying, Aston Villa found a way. But then again, Everton do that against literally every team. They could do that against their own reserve squad. Second tackle for the Dogs, Toby Sexton, 40 at the Preston, and he'll be taken out at the 33. Some really good contact being made by the Dogs right now, though. They go left-hand side, Reid Money and Toby Sexton. Sexton, we crunch down to the tackle, 24 metres out from the line. Fourth tackle. Here we go. You can hear the Bulldog chant getting up. Reid Marty. Off to Jamin Salmon. I still think they miss out a lot on Kurt Mann, but Salmon needs to do a job in today's that 13. Fifth tackle in with the Dogs. Reid Marty gives it out to Sexton. Decent enough kick there from Tobes, but it will be grabbed by Ruben Garrick, who gets away. And taken down at the 10. Taken down at the 10. It's not a bad kick there from Tobes. I would have preferred to see it a little bit more closer to the line, but does give his team an opportunity to grab it. No one went up for it. Manly got it there through Garrick, and he was safe and got away from a couple of tackles. So good stuff there from Manly. Now, Dogs just don't give him a get out jail free card. That's perfect. They drag him back 8 metres to their own 13 here. Manly, third tackle at their own 13. They are struggling for metres so far, but Olakau'atu has been a big help in getting them something. You'll get about a 15-metre gain there. Oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty, referee. That's a penalty. Yeah, absolutely, Manly penalty. Absolutely. Burton, what are you doing? That is absolutely... He pulled his jersey. I don't even think Grant Atkins was originally going to call that until Olakau'atu just kind of lost the ball. There's absolutely a penalty there. So it's going to be Manly ball here at the 45. 27 minutes to go the first half. Really enjoying this game so far, though. Really enjoying this game so far, however. So Manly at the 45 on the Dogs side of the field. First tackle, they'll go left-hand side off here to Jakey Trebojevic, and he'll get this ball now to the 40. Shooter says, boo the Seagulls. Well, here they are. Okay. Oh, that's a penalty. Yep, that's a penalty, Manly. Dogs, I'm sorry. What are you doing? Quick tap, quick tap, quick tap. Lachlan Croker taken down. Gets the offload to Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks is here at the 20, at the 15. Luke Brooks going to try on his final save. That would be awesome to see, though. First tackle in for Manly. Here's that Dogs defense, or we'll see the Manly attack. Manly attack much better than the Dogs attack this year. Dogs defense much better than Manly defense. So it's attack versus defense right now between the two kind of cores of both teams. Cherry Evans off to Tom Trebojevic, and he's going to be 10 metres out of the line. Third tackle. So it's a typical read. Daniel Bates can tell you love the finals time, Blaze. You seem really on it. Of course, it's finals. So third tackle now. They give it off here to Croker. Croker underneath it. Olakau'atu. Olakau'atu still going here, man. It'll be 3 metres out from the line. Fourth tackle. 14 minutes gone. Lachlan Croker, short ball. Paseka. Oh, he's half a metre short. Fifth tackle in for Manly. Half a metre short from the line. Croker flicks it out the back here to Luke Brooks. Brooks at the back here to Tom Trebojevic. They got numbers. Oh! Ah! Leo Mawade! Oh, it's Tommy Talau. Other side. Tommy Talau at the try time. Tommy Talau at the try time is 4-0. Sorry, 4-4. I'm all over the shop right now. I'm just so excited with how good this game is. 4-4. Manly score. Tommy Talau. Bing bong. Try time. Bing bong Matavish. Try time. Bing bong Matavish. 4-4 with a kick to come Manly. And that is unfortunate there from Reid Marnie that gave that penalty. Then they gave another penalty away. Ill-disciplined, and Manly find a way with Luke Brooks. He gets it out to Tom Trebojevic. Tom Trebojevic has both Qualler and also Tommy Talau. And then Tommy Talau does score in the wing with a very similar try to what we obviously saw down the other side of the field for the Bulldogs where Jakey Kiraz scored. There we go. Brocky Sports says, try time, bing bum, mudder, bish. Get it into him, Brock. Exactly right. 3 penalties in a row, Blade Doggies. But the thing is, Skunkle, they were all right. You know, they were all correct penalties. They weren't controversial penalties. You saw Reid Marnie was impactful. Can't remember who the other one was on the next one. But they were very clear in regards to the penalties. That they were the right call. They were. But that was pretty poor defense there for the Dogs. But nice try there from Tommy Talau on the wing. And he's obviously come across from the Tigers. So he scored a try on... Is this his finals debut? Is he the only player from the... He only played for the Tigers, yeah? Jeez, someone's yelling out in the crowd, wanker. Garrick will... Oh! He's got it. Someone, you can very clearly hear on the commentary. Shooter says the ref is so bad. No, I'm not going to start. You're not going to start this in the comments. You're not going to start this. Every single penalty just then, both for the Dogs so far and Manly, have all been correct. Don't start blaming the referee. Be able to hold your team accountable for the lack of defense just then, just like Manly fans should hold their team accountable for the lack of defense on their side of the field. Stop just blaming the referee. Take responsibility and accountability for your own team. The Dogs have a great defense, but that wasn't great defensively, and they did give 3 penalties away on the lead up to that. That is the Dogs' fault for ill discipline. Just like Manly, when they gave away mistakes from Tom Trebojevic or a penalty, it was the correct call as well. If there is an incorrect call, then sure, but just because you concede a try based off the back of penalties, just because a penalty count is not in your favour, does not mean that the referee is against you. He does not mean that the officiating is bad. And unfortunately, this is how life works nowadays, where people just find the excuse to go and blame the referee. So no, we're not going to be doing that because there's nothing wrong with the referee so far. Nothing wrong. Daniel Bates says, did they play the Screeching Eagle over the Tannoy? I love that. It's cool. I have no idea. Over the Tannoy? I don't know what that means. Brogy Sports, what a game so far. Oh, mate, we all knew this was going to be a cracker game. We all knew it, and it's been delivering so far. Cherry Evans up to Olakau'atu. Olakau'atu, 4 tackled now at the 33. 4 tackled now at the 33. Croker off to Tom Trebojevic, and he's going to be 42 metres out here from his own line, fit tackle. Greg Martin says, yeah, the ref is so bad. The Dogs being short of numbers was all the ref's fault. But this is the thing, Greg. See, like you, obviously, you're being sarcastic with it and joking with it. I get that, right? But the thing is that what you just, Skelton, good run, hits and smashes Luke Brooks there. Well, first tackle for the Dogs at their own 25-30. But like what you're saying, Greg, I get you're obviously taking the piss and whatnot, but people believe what you say. Like people believe that. And you're just like, they blame the referee purely for that. You know, the only time I've blamed the referee on a significant level where I truly say we deserved the win this year was that Raiders game, which was admitted to by the NRL, and the Knights game at the Magic Round, right? That's the only two. Other than that, there's controversial calls and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we weren't good enough. And that's still, you know, utilising the referee in that situation. But I'm also saying that we just simply weren't good enough in those games. People don't do that anymore, man. They don't do it anymore. So Manly will get the ball here at the 5, and Tom Boyvich will get this ball. First tackle. Daniel Bates says, do people actively stay away from the Dogs fans at games? These guys seem a bit crazy. They are crazy, man. They are very passionate. Just go back and have a watch of my Dogs vs Titans vlog from last year at Accor. That wasn't fun for me. So it's going to be Hopewade, grab back to the 10. Defensively, the Dogs are on it in regards to this middle part of the field and keeping Manly on their own side. It's just when Manly got an attack, that was where they struggled. So they give it off now to Ruben Garrick, and Garrick really puts the ears down and gets out to the 30. Be fit tackle now, 18 minutes gone. Cherry Evans with a big old whack. They do have the numbers back though. And Connor Tracy will grab the ball at the 15. We know he's good in this area. 20, 25 to the 30. And, great contact by Brooks, but he misses the tackle. I told you he was good in this area. He gets out to the left-hand side here at the 30, at the 40. I told you when he gets the ball in that area, he knows exactly how to get those post-contact meters and to really push back, and he runs the ball back hard. And Colin Tracy is in a big side for the Dogs this year. The Dogs have lost the ball. Oscar goes backwards. They're very lucky. Very lucky. Skunkle says, could not imagine Doggies fans in a finals game. Skunkle, you haven't seen the worst of it, to be fair. You only came to the Dogs game at Belmore, which was good for us in regards to not having to deal with shit. But if you came to the Accor last year, man, wowee. But yes, you're right. You are right. It would terrify me if the... I said this... 1 second. Viliami kick out the 30, the 25, the 20. Kick out! What just happened there for him to get that space? It's going to be 8-6 with the kick to come to the Dogs, but someone's tripped over. Someone's tripped over here for Manly, which has allowed this space. I hope it's not like a Dogs player that he's tripped over. If it's a Manly player, then it's completely fine. But how has he had that complete space on the left-hand side? I want to go back and have a... I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I think Viliami kick-out is just too strong in the situation. Okay, so Cherry Evans rushes up. That's fine. He misses that. Kick-out down there. Yeah, he's tripped over his own player. I don't think Garrick would have gotten kick-out anyway, to be fair. So, yeah, Manly just all over the shop defensively just then. The Bulldogs find a way to break through. They lead 8-6, and they've got a kick to come from basically right in front. But yeah, he tripped over his own play there, Ruben Garrick. But again, I don't think that he would have been able to tackle Viliami kick out as well. I don't think either. I don't think so anyway. Jeez, he nearly lost that, but he did keep it. Garrick was all over the shop. I don't know if Garrick was all there just then. Has he got like a concussion right now? Because you could see like when he was running just then, he was kind of like running wobbly-eyed. 20 minutes gone in the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Skugga says, bloody refs. TRY try time. Dugga woof woof. Dugga woof woof. 20 minutes gone. Thumbs up and subscription. Tom Boyvich needed to do better in regards to that tackle, though. Jeez, can someone move the microphone? Because there's some clown that you're just hearing yelling out wanker and lolly legs this entire time. And it's like very definitively clear. Very definitively clear. So, Skunkle, what I was saying was, remember when I told you about 5-6 weeks ago, before we went on our horror run after our good run, I said, I don't want to come 8th. Because if we came 8th, we were more than likely going to be playing the Dogs, so we're going to come 5th. Obviously, that didn't happen. They came 6th, which would have been really, I would have loved that, right? Loved that. But if you come 8th, you play the Dogs away. And I was like, I don't want to do that. But I would have to do it. But I wouldn't have wanted to do that because I know what that would mean for me and for us. Would not have been fun. Seb Watson says that was a shit arm tackle from Turbo. Correct, but I do blame more of Cherry Evans for rushing out of the line. And also, I do feel like Garrick had something up with him just then. I do feel like Garrick might have had something up with him. Alright, so they will whack that ball down here to the Dogs. Toby Sexton at the 5. And Bushka, Sam Hughes, taken down to the 15. Hillbilly says, DC rushing out of the line again. Left Garrick and Lehigh high and dry. Absolutely. First try was Hopowade's fault. Second try was definitely more so on the Cherry Evans side of things. So second tackle now for the Dogs at their own 15. Now complete the set. That's all you got to do. Just complete the set. You don't need to do anything pretty on this set. Just complete the set. But it also, that try came off the back of Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy set that up with that brilliant run from behind. Connor Tracy is the one that set that try up from his brilliant fullback run. So right inside Tommy Sexton. He cuts back onto the inside. Luke Brooks 6 on 6. No, sorry. Sexton's a 7. My bad. But Tommy Sexton's taken back at the 45. Matty Burton now. Bomb. No bomb, just kicks it for a placement, but it goes straight directly to Lehi Habawato, who's going to bring it back here to the 20. A little bit of a stumble there, but he gets it out of the 25. Skunkle says, are they resting Saab for the grand finals? He doesn't have to run the 100 metres. Probably at this point, mate. He did say, I think it was a statement from today or yesterday, saying that he would be ready to play next week. Vocal. Vocal. But yeah, he said that he would be ready to play next week. If Manly obviously get through. So this we need a Sexton try. Absolutely. Sexy Sexton or... that's a weird kick there from Manly. A real low kick straight to Connor Tracy, who gets this ball out here to the 30. He might pass this. He does. Connor Tracy got crunched by Tommy Talau. Got the ball to Crichton, and Crichton gets taken at the 40. I don't think that tackle's late. I think it's fine. They're going to call penalty. Wow, they're going to call that as a penalty. I thought that was a really good hit. I don't understand what Tommy Talau's meant to do in that situation. And, like, what's Tommy Talau meant to do in that situation? The ball has been passed. Okay, I'm understanding the penalty. But what is Tommy Talau meant to do in this situation? He'd already gone in for the tackle. He's already committed there. Bang. He already committed there. So what do you want Tommy Talau to do there? He's committed to the tackle. You can't say that's a bin. You can't even say it's really that dodgy, but they're going to call it a penalty. It's fine. Like, they're going to call it a penalty and whatever. But, like, I don't agree with this. Ben Fricker says, Channel 9 commentators are laughing at this call right now. Well, it doesn't make sense. Like, what can Tommy Talau do? How do we have the game concept here to call this a penalty? And I'm grateful they haven't called a bin, because that would have been really disappointing. Again, it's slightly late, which is why I'm okay with it being called a penalty. But it's just like, what can Tommy Talau do after he's already committed before the pass? So Salmon now gives his ball up to Sam Hughes, and he'll get his ball down at the 42nd tackle on Manly side of the field. Patch is not a late tackle. I agree. And he was committed. Oh, geez. Luke Brooks was running out of the line there for an intercept, but they didn't pass it. Third tackle now at the 30. Third tackle here at the 30. Reed Martin to Matty Burton. He kicks his ball over the top here for Crichton. I don't know. This is going to go for a bunker. They're going to call try. Well, let's go have a look at this bunker first here. This is going to be close. I don't know what to call here. Referee's bold call to say this is a guaranteed try. This is a great little dink over the top here from the Bulldogs for sure. So Matt Burton with a decent little kick over the top, and Crichton just outpaces. I think he might actually score this. But does Manly get there as well? That's the thing. I don't know. This is close. All right, so Crichton there. Tommy Talau there. Oh, no, Manly. No try. No, Manly gets that. It's a dropout. Tommy Talau will get that. I'm pretty certain Tommy Talau gets there first. Yeah, Ben Fricker, I think the Manly player got there first. Bulldogs fans are about to start booing. Get ready for the boos. Get ready for the boos here, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm pretty certain that Tommy Talau will get to that just. Here we go. And... oh, no. No, Crichton does get that. No, that is Crichton's hand. Oh, yeah, it is. I think it's a try. No, that angle just then showed it. I think that is a try. I think they're about to call it. Here. Yep, try confirmed. Yeah. So what we've seen there is because... what we've seen is Tommy Talau's arm come down, like, right after... but you thought that was his hand or arm on the ball, when it actually wasn't because of the framing, I would say. Because it was so slow motion, the framing didn't look it. But then, obviously, in the end, it was a try. And Burton will get the conversion. So it's 16-6, 10-point game here, 25 minutes into the game. And that's what your leader does in Stephen Crichton, man. He knows how to score tries in the finals. He's scored in 3 consecutive grand finals in a row, man. He knows how to score. Rice says it's kind of crazy that the ref called it a try live. It ends up being a try, so it ends up being a good call. But, like, how does the referee call that try based off of what? But it was the right call. You know, so it was the right call. Ben Fricker said it was a good kick from Burton as well. Yeah, no, I definitely said it was a good kick from Burton. All right. So 16-6 here, 25 minutes of the game. What a game, though. Manly aren't out of it. It's only a 10-point game. It's where experience matters, though. Knowing how to win the game, because Manly can come home like a train. We know what they can do. It would be impossible to call without the bunker. Absolutely, JJ. So this is the benefit of the bunker. It's just the people in the bunker that are the issue, right? Because that was a try, and we would have found that out through the bunker. But if you had called no try, and without the bunker's intervention, then we wouldn't have known that that was a fair and legitimate try. So Bulldogs now get this ball at 30 before tackle. Brent Enzik says, can't doggies give it to Manly. Unlucky about last night, mate. You guys in Newcastle gave it a good old crack against the Cowboys, but obviously Cowboys had a little bit too much attack for you in the end. Don't worry. I think either team was losing to the Sharks next week. But I thought there was a good enough performance there from the Knights last night that superseded my expectations. I did have Cowboys 13+. They nearly won 13+, but that's not the point. The point is the Knights gave it a good old go for the most part of the game. So first tackle now. And now Manly give it up to Ruben Garrick. And Garrick gets this ball to the 20. Second tackle. Second tackle here. They go left to Tommy Talau. And Talau gets this ball to the 25. Tell you what, like, it'll be a good game with the Roosters next week, considering the injuries that they have. Wow, how did he not drop that there? I don't know how he didn't drop that just then. Fourth tackle now for Manly. They give it to Nathan Brown. Nathan Brown to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans gives it out to Tom Trbojevic. Trbojevic gives it off to Hopewade. And good defense over the Dogs. Oh, that's going to go over the sideline. Yep. That's more on Tom Trbojevic, man. He's kind of thrown a bit of a ridiculous pass there to Lehi Hopewade, which threw his winger under trouble. Lot of trouble. Yeah, I agree, Hillbilly. I can see it. Tommy is definitely not playing like you would expect him today. You could definitely see that he's still feeling his injury, and they're forcing him back here for a reason. Jacko says, what do the Sharks do if they lose against Cowboys? Where do they go from there? What changes does someone need to go? They need to start putting a redirection on their halves, but Adam Fanua-Blake comes in next year, which is a huge addition to the Sharks side. They don't lose anyone big time in regards to that either. Like the Panthers lose Fisher Harris, but they get... no, they don't get anyone, actually. Whilst the Warriors, they lose Adam Fanua-Blake, but they get Fisher Harris, yeah? So it's not like an exchange with the Warriors. The Panthers are losing out, but the Sharks are gaining without loss. So, you know, you're happy with that. Oh, they lose Royce Hunt, but it's not the same. So Toby Sexton with the ball. Second tackle for the Dogs. And we take it down. 20 metres out from the line. Third tackle. The Dogs are putting it on right now. They are putting it on. Fourth tackle here for the Dogs. They're 10 metres out. Reed Marnie gives it off to Sexton. Sexton gives it out to Tracy. Tracy gives it underneath to nobody. Skelton! I think he scored. Oh, no. They're saying bunk. They're going up. He's saying no. Skelton's saying no. Oh, they're saying knock on. So Skelton got up immediately and walked away. So I don't think it's a try here. I thought originally it was, but... And he's lost the ball. Yeah. Good work there from Toltau Quarter to cut across and make the hit. No, it's not Hopewade, blocker. That's Toltau Quarter, mate. Loses possession of the ball. Toltau Quarter is the one blocker. But then again, I confused Tommy Talau with Hopewade before, so don't worry. But with that being said, Toltau Quarter is the one, not Hopewade. Atkins on fire. Atkins having a great game here, Skunkle. Atkins having a great game. Great game. Rice Sen says, ref has been good with these live decisions. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so 12 minutes to go here in the first half. And it's going to be Ruben Garrick first tackle. Sorry, zero tackle at the 25. At the 25. Completions 10 from 13 from Manly. 13 from 14 from Bulldogs. It's going to keep up that set completion rate. Josh Alloway with a good run now. First tackle to the 35. And Croker gives... Yeah, it does have a last 10-minute feel. The whole of this first half, it has felt like the last 10 minutes of the game of Elimination Final. It's been a really good game so far. Nathan Brown to Croker. Croker, Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks steps. Taken down at the 43 or so. That's a 6 again, ref. He's not calling that. He should have. Cherry Evans underneath to Jake Trbojevic. That was a really weak play there from Ches. Nothing was up there. 10 minutes to go in the first half here, guys. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Ola Kawaz, who pushes off one. And he'll be taken down now. 35 metres out of the line. They give it off here to Cherry Evans, who puts this ball up here. You can see Garrett chasing it through, and Tom Jabojevic. And... oh, well done. Good take there by Con Tracy. Nothing wrong with the grab there from Ruben Garrick. He's going for the ball. He's got his arm around the ball. Brings him down, but there's no tackle in there. They're both competing for the ball in that situation. It was fine. It was fine. All right, second tackle now for the Dogs, and they'll get this ball out to the 25. Now third tackle. It's only 10 points, guys. The Dogs don't score that try on the wing just then. 13-plus margin is starting to get a little bit worrying for the Doggies. For Manly, sorry. Guys, they can't be the most supported NRL team. No, Broncos. Or Rabbitohs. No. So, fifth tackle. They've just got a large supporter base in... they've got a large supporter base, but they're not as big as Broncos or Rabbitohs or whatnot. Alright, so that comes down here to Manly at the 25. Oh! Crunched by Kickout. Lehigh Hopewada gets annihilated by Billy. And Cherry Evans with a good run here. Oh, people, you've got to follow up on chairs, man. You've got to follow up underneath. Yeah, Dogs aren't... I would not even say they're top 4 in regards to fan bases. They've just got a loud fan base. It's loud, but it's not the same size as the other ones we're talking about. The New Zealand Warriors have a whole country. Brisbane Broncos have, pretty much Queensland. Obviously, Cowboys and Dolphins and Titans are in, but the Broncos have been around for a long time and built that success, right? The bandwagon success. Rabbitohs are a team from 108 years ago, 116 odd years ago. Wait up here, Manly chasing it through, and Tracy grabs it to the 10. Really safe under the high ball here. 9 minutes to go the first half. You could argue that Manly is having energy for later in the game, Tim. But with that being said, the Dogs will defend for their lives if they have to. They know how to defend, man. They know how to defend. But the Roosters are just hoping that this game goes to extra time and really takes and saps the energy out of a team like the Dogs or a team like Manly. Manly haven't looked that great so far in this game, though. The Dogs have clearly been the better team in the first 32 minutes of this game. I disagree with you, Chill Winston. Broncos have the most support, but the most hated, I reckon. Wrong. The Warriors have the most support, and that's because they're an entire country. And that's a benefit, but that's a fact. Doesn't necessarily mean... just because people have... oh, 1 second. A great kick there from the Bulldogs. And Tom Jabojevic has to try and get out of the area to get taken down to the 10. The Warriors have the biggest fan base in the NRL. And it's not actually up for debate. It's not. You've got the Kiwis in New Zealand. You've got the Kiwis across the Pacific. You've got the Kiwis across Australia. And there's a large population of New Zealanders on the East Coast that are still Warriors fans, right? Third tackle here for Manly at 13. But Broncos fans seem to think that just because they have all these memberships and whatnot, which are also dudded, mind you, but because they have all these memberships, that it means they're the biggest fan base. Because I would argue the Rabbitohs still are the bigger fan base than them as well, because of their longevity and because of the city that they're in. With that being said, Broncos are top 3 for sure. So Luke Brooks now will kick that down to the 30. Over the top of Tracy. Really good kick there from Luke Brooks. And the Dogs now at the 10, 20. But also, I wouldn't say the Broncos are the most hated. I would say that Manly would be for the most part. Broncos are definitely up there, though. I'd say Broncos are probably second or third. Maybe second. You could argue they're first. They're in the debate for top 3. You've got your Bulldogs. You've got your Manly. You've got your Broncos. All right, so third tackle now for the Dogs. They get this ball to the 45. Margaret says, let's go the Dogs. Third tackle, they give it off to Sexy Sexton, and Crichton crunched down a tackle there by Luke Brooks. Brooks is having a really good game. Oh, no, Crichton's down injured here. What's happened? Has he been hit in the groin? Is that what's happened here? I'm not too sure. Penalty. Is there a high tackle here? Is there a high tackle here? So Crichton is seriously injured here at the moment. I didn't even see this high tackle. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, correct call. Ethan Bullimore too high there. It's a correct call. It's definitely a high tackle. It's a penalty. Crichton is still down, by the way. Yeah, I don't think it is because of the high contact. I think he's injured with his shoulder here, which is a big loss for the Dogs if he goes out. A big loss. So we're still just waiting here for this injury. Obviously, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. But, yeah, it's the shoulder that is why Crichton's down, not because of the high contact. Not because of the high contact. Yeah, he might have to come out here. He may have to come out. He may have come out. Go on a sec. He's still struggling. Yeah, he just comes down his left shoulder there. That's rough. So either Baltimore is on report. 7 minutes to go in the first half. If the Dogs can score just before half time here, I do find it really difficult to see Manly really follow. I do find it really difficult to see Manly come over the top of this strong defensive Dogs team. Alright, so they're going to whack this ball here to the 31. Margaret says, live at Papua New Guinea. Get around here. We'll be live streaming the Papua New Guinea games coming up very soon. After the grand final, Papua New Guinea play in Fiji against the Fiji Bati and the Cook Islands. Pacific Nations Cup will be live streaming right here. I might even go to a game because I'll be in Fiji. So second tackle now for the Dogs at the 25. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Greg Martin says, how is that on report? Penalty is fine and the correct call, but on report for that is ludicrous. No, I think on report's fine as long as it's not a bin because it wasn't a bin. Third tackle now at the 15. 6 minutes to go. If the Dogs can score here, this is huge. If the Dogs can score here, it's huge. Toby Sexton kicks it over the top here. That might be a bin. No, Atkins is saying it's fine. Okay, it's going to be a dropout here. Atkins was very clear that he ran straight into him. Matt Burton is trying to claim it, but Grant Atkins is saying, no way, he ran straight into him. He had a clear view of it. Yeah, no, he does. Matt Burton does brace for contact there. He does brace for contact. Watch Burton, man. He runs to him, man. Stop it. To be fair, Aloier is coming across as well, but Burton and Aloier are both doing the exact same thing there. Great long dropout there. Oh, that's a 70-meter, 80-meter dropout. That's ridiculous. 80-meter dropout from Manly. What? Sherry Evans with an 80-meter dropout. That is possibly the longest. That's got to be the longest dropout we've ever seen. I think it was 76, 77 meters. That has got to be the longest dropout we've ever seen. Surely that's a broken record. That has just saved Manly's bacon massively there, Chairs. Well done. So left it, right hand side now will be Jacob Preston crunched down here at the 42, 4 tackle. It's a 50-50 call. It's a 50-50 call. I'm okay with Grant Atkins' call there though, because Aloier was looking for it, but also Matt Burton was looking for it as well. Alright, so fifth tackle now. Is a strange one, Jay. Is a strange one. Up it goes Tommy T underneath. Great take, Tommy. And gets the ball out to the 20. Really strong run there by Tom. One from a couple of years ago that went 90 meters. Are you sure? What was that? I surely would have been watching it, but what was that one? Second tackle here at the 30. I don't think Manly need to score before half-time, but I feel like they need an attacking possession before half-time. Nathan Brown, he'll run this ball up the guts and get this ball to the 40. Dragons Warriors round 1, 2022. I can't remember. Wasn't it Wollongong, was it? That is a very winning place on the Kawatu. Oh, last-ditch tackle saved there. Probably saved the try. Penalty. That's got to be a penalty, referee. Absolutely. Anyway, so up it goes. Chasing through. Manly ball! Bullimore! That's a huge try for Manly. Lehigh Moana was unbelievable, and Bullimore will score out of nowhere. That's an insane try by Manly to get back in this game. Wow. Lehigh Moana and Con Tracy with an absolute battle. Don't even be disappointed with Tracy too much there because he did everything that he possibly can. But Lehigh Moana chases it through like an absolute gun here at the 20, up for a battle. They both got the ball. He strips it out of him, gets the ball offloaded there to Ethan Bullimore, steps around. Well done with the footwork there for Bullimore. Steps around, scores a try right underneath the post basically. That is huge. There's no knock on their blocker. Or maybe. Oh, hold on a second. Let's just make sure that doesn't bounce into the Con Tracy. Yeah, well done there from Lehigh Moana. Okay, so he catches that there. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. We'll have a look. I think it's a bump, but I don't know if it touches the Dogs player. Let's have a look again. I think it's okay, man. I think this is okay. I'm pretty certain that he bobbles it, but he keeps it. I don't think it touches the Dogs player. The Hindmarsh clone, I rate it. Not as good as David Hindmarsh, but even Baltimore was a solid player. That guy back there looked like my dad. They've confirmed it, I think, have they? No, bunker. They're still checking it. They're still checking it. I'm pretty certain it's a try. If they're taking this long, it means you... Try confirmed. Dogs fans were just well... It's a try. I'm sorry. I think he bobbles it, but the ball is in his possession. It doesn't touch the Dogs player, and he grabs it before it then comes down onto the ankle, and then passes it. I'm telling you, I think it's a try. I think it's a great refereed game. There's a couple of inconsistencies in regards to penalties and 6 against, but there's been some really, really quality calls in regards to the referees on immediate impact. And Grant Atkins, fantastic there, not to immediately call a knock on. Really good stuff there from Grant Atkins to not call the knock on. Yeah, why couldn't they call BKRtravel that? Had absolutely no comparison to what we've just witnessed, but because there's a lot more controversial in regards to that one. But I just know Dogs fans are probably looking in regards to a forward pass there when it's not a forward pass. It's fine. But I wish they called that. Don't worry. Don't worry, but that's not the on-field referee's fault. That was the bunker and also Graham Annesley. I'm a Manly fan, but that was a mile forward. I disagree. I disagree somewhat. I'm not a Manly fan. I have no buy in this game at all. I'd love to see the Dogs keep going because they're the Warriors of last year. And I've tipped Manly by 1, but with that being said, I disagree completely. I do not believe that was a mile forward. I do not agree. And I have no investment in it, so I don't understand why you're going against your own team in that regards. So third tackle now with Manly. They get this ball here at 30. Really odd. I always find it interesting when people make that call. Are you trying to get like brownie and cookie points? Are you trying to get brownie points? Because it doesn't make any sense. Olakuwatu's away! Olakuwatu's got Garrick! Pass the ball, to Garrick. Olakuwatu's still going. Oh, and then you lose the ball. Olakuwatu's selfish. Selfish. You got to pass the ball to Garrick there, man. You got to pass the ball to Garrick. You got to pass the ball to Garrick there, man. They might have scored again and taken the lead just before half-time. Really good ankle tap there from Viliami Kickout, though. But Olakuwatu had to pass that ball to Garrick, man. Had to. Oh! That's a penalty. He's hit him high there. Bunker, have a look at that. Yeah, that's absolutely a penalty. That's going to be a penalty against Matt Burton. They've got to call that. Bunker's got to interact. Bang. Absolutely. You've got to call that a penalty, Bunker. Bunker, how have you not called that? Bunker, how are you not calling that, Bunker? It's the play. It's the same play. Dead set, man. What's the point of you if you can't call an obvious call? It was a high tackle. Did Burton lay a high shot? Yes, he absolutely did. Man, I was just defending Bunker before and then defending the refereeing, and then that happens? Come on, man. That's crazy you don't call that for high contact on the head. So third tackle now for the Dogs at the 43. Left-hand side, they get off to Sexton. Sexton to kick out in the line, not the play, Tobes. Maybe consider a field goal here. I'd consider a field goal. Consider Matty Burton field goal. I would. 10 seconds to go. They give it off into Tracy. Tracy kicks it into the corner. The pace. No, it's going to be a drop. It's going to drop out, but it's half time. I would have considered a field goal. 17-12. I know it's only 5 points, but in the same sense, it does give you the advantage if you want to go for a penalty to make it a 7-point game. You know, there was no risk of a 7-tackle set and whatnot, so I thought they should have probably gone for a field goal opportunity. We know Matt Burton can score him. We do. We know Matt Burton can score him. I would have gone for it. But that is absolutely a swinging arm from Burton, said Watson. The bunker has vision of that. The bunker could see that. The bunker has to intervene in that circumstance. Because what if the Bulldogs go and score there? Manly would have had an opportunity to go and score themselves. They would have been 30 minutes out with about 45, 50 seconds left in the first half. They could have taken the lead. Like the Bulldogs dominated the first half. Manly is still well and truly within it. But I find that absolutely absurd. The bunker has the audacity to not go back and call out a penalty just then. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Margaret says, yo, man, you should be a commentator. I am. I'm here right now. Welcome. Hello. Halftime, 16-12 to the Dogs. Obviously, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Fire it up because we have got a big game here. This is a really fun game to watch. This is a really, really fun game to watch. Loving it. Absolutely loving it so far. So 16-12 to the Dogs. No reason at all to be swinging at like that either. Absolutely. It makes no sense how the call hasn't been made there, however. Makes no sense. Yeah, no, the pass isn't forward, man. He throws that ball at the 16 and he catches that at the 16. It's not even floating forward. It's not even floating forward. I don't understand why people would think that's forward. It's flat. It's absolutely flat. And the reason why you're thinking maybe potentially it's forward is because Lee Hopewada is coming backward and Bullimore is on that like a train. Like an absolute train at the middle, which is an absolutely great read there from him to follow up underneath the play where Hopewada has been crunched, smashed, had a bad defensive read all day today, and yet he comes in and follows in like that. You've got a good one there at Manly because Lee Hopewada to have the ability to just keep that mind on track to not get your mind demoted from where you need to be, because you can easily be confronted by how BKRmy Kickout's been treating you. You can be confronted by the Bulldogs crowd. You can be confronted by your first finals appearance in a rookie season. You can be really hesitant about how you go forward to the rest of the game based off of how you've been treated that first 20 or 25, 30 minutes. And then just get that grab there, take it away from Tracy, who's had a good game so far, and then get it off to your absolute smacking forward there and Ethan Bullimore. It's really good stuff there from Leo Hopewada. That's really good stuff. So, Manly fans, you should be super happy with that one. Seb Watson said, I think that try's fine. Just Blocker calling it a no try probably just confirms that it's fine. If Blocker's calling it a no try, that does confirm that it's a try. If Blocker's calling it a no try, then that confirms that it's a penalty try, and we should see 3 sin bins from the Dogs, because Blocker does not know his left from his rights and would struggle to count from 6 to 10. He would really struggle. He'd get to 5, and then he'd start to think, well, I think it might be 7 next. No, it's 8. No. 8, 6, 9, 34, 10. See? That's where Blocker unfortunately gets a little bit confused there. But, we don't judge it for it. It's unfortunate that he does have this lacking ability to call the game from time to time. But, yeah, at least he tries. At least he tries. Knock on and 40 records. Oh, knock on and forward. Knock on and forward. Dear me. Knock on and 40 records. Well, he's a Muppet. Well, he is a Muppet man. Bunker like a blindfolded dart thrower. I just can't believe they didn't call that a penalty, man. It's crazy to me. How do you not call that as a penalty when you have got the vision in front of you? The vision is with you. Tim Barrett says, prediction, Manly run right second half. They seem to be preferring running left to right for some reason. It could be like last night's game with the Cowboys Knights, where the Knights dominated that first half, and then the Cowboys came out with a bang. I just think that the Bulldogs' defense is much superior to the Knights, and the Manly attack is similar-ish to Cowboys, but the Cowboys have a little bit better in regards to their attack. It's only by about 20-odd points, 23 points. But the point of the matter is that Manly's attack is nice. Today, they've been limited quite a bit, though, because the second try was off the back of a real solid contest up in the air between Con Tracy and Leo Hopewada. Stripped it out of him and then passed it off, which was brilliant. Don't get me wrong, that's still attack, but the pure attack was the left wing, where they just got it out, and you saw Tommy Talau score the first try of the game for Manly. Right, so there is a chance Manly could really start to walk all over them, but I don't think it happens, because I think the Bulldogs, you can clearly see from the outset in this game that they are mentally there defensively. And like I said before, if they had scored 1 point to win to lead 1-0, they would be happy to win this game 1-0. They wouldn't give a shit about the attack. They just know they can defend. There has been a couple of issues defensively for the Dogs today, like that first try, like the Con Tracy battle in the air. But again, the battle in the air is an individual effort. It's Lehigh Hopewada versus Con Tracy. It's not Manly collectively as a defensive unit or attacking unit. It's not Manly as a collective attacking unit versus Bulldogs as a collective defensive unit. It is an individual on an individual, and this individual won and won at that play. So attacking side for Manly has not been great as well, because you see Manly getting held in their own half. They're getting held in their own 30. They're struggling to get off their own line. They're struggling to get into an attacking position. But the kicking game of Cherry Evans and Luke Brooks is having a great game. Luke Brooks is handling the pressure well, and we're loving it. We're loving to see it. Hillbilly says, good game so far. Dogs and refs been very good. Manly hanging in there. See, that's the right kind of comment. Hillbilly is a Manly fan. He's currently losing and gets the Dogs have been good and the refs have been good too. There's some miniature calls. I do think that's a big call not to call that penalty on Matt Burton for that high tackle just then. The swinging arm. But outside of that, there's minimal penalty calls that probably should have happened, or there's minimal 6-again calls, but you move past that. You know, they're the tit-for-tat of rugby league. It's the big, significant calls that we have a complaint with, and the complaint we have is that there should have been a swinging arm on Matt Burton, right? But outside of that, I don't know if Crichton came back, by the way. But it's good to see, whether you're a Manly fan or a Dogs fan, you cannot be blaming the referees right now. You've really got to respect and understand the referees have had a pretty good game, except for the fact that it probably should have been a swinging arm on Matt Burton. Which I don't think Manly go for the 2 in that situation, but with 45 seconds to go in the first half, to only be down by 2 at half time, I think they would have considered it. It's a difficult kick though, about 45 odd metres out to the right-hand side. It would have been a difficult kick. Skelton nearly made it a 13-plus game at 1.2, but unfortunately lost it. Crichton stayed on. Oh, true, I thought he went off. My bad. Margaret says, who you to win the grand final? Right now, if you're basing it off of what we've seen recently, I would take the Panthers to beat the Storm. And there's a reason why it's obvious, and that's because they've shown the best. Actually, yeah, Crichton was the one who tried to defend Nathan Baltimore, so my bad. But we'll see if that's a long-term thing after this game finishes, because he could be just, getting by with it. He could just be holding out right now, so that he can be there for his teammates and be there for the team. He could be. Have a note. Someone says, Margaret, unfortunately, it's the Melbourne Storm. There is no S. There is no S at the end of Storm. It is just the Melbourne Storm. Yes. Unfortunately, get timed out 5 minutes. We will see you in 5-minute time. I'm going to quickly run up to the bathroom here, guys, because it is half time here. I'm going to quickly run up to the bathroom. Also, I will update you. So, guys, tomorrow, the video that comes out will be the Parramatta Eels season review. On Tuesday, you will get the Gold Coast Titans season review. On Wednesday, you will get the New Zealand Warriors season review. Thursday, Brisbane Broncos. Have fun with that one, season review. And then next Sunday, St. George Illawarra Dragons. The Monday is the Redcliffe Dolphins. The Tuesday is the Canberra Raiders. The Wednesday is the Newcastle Knights. And the Thursday will be whoever loses this game. So there will be all those season reviews coming out. Marcel Minister says, who do you reckon refs the grand final? Hopefully Adam G. But he's not even refereeing this week, which was ridiculous. But hopefully Adam G. But alright, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll be back any moment now. I'm just running off to the bathroom. Woo! Finals footy, baby. Woo! Did I scare you? Did I scare you on my way back? Did I scare you? Oh, Olivia. Oh, silence is nicer, is it? Is that right, Olivia? Woo! You guys can blame Olivia for that. Oh, you can blame Olivia for that one. Yep. Gee whiz. Saba says, you got me good. Good. It's what I wanted. Jeez. I'm tired, man. I can't wait for this week. I'm so glad that I've got all these videos, those season reviews scheduled, because they're already done. So I'm just like, I've still got to film the Dolphins, Raiders, and Knights, and then whoever loses this game. But like, I'm so glad they're scheduled, so like, I don't have to really think about like the daily uploading of videos and whatnot, because they're already going to be uploaded daily, right? So it's good. My ear's supposed to be ringing, Canterbury says. Yes, that is exactly my intentions. And if you are new to the channel, folks, you can blame certain people in the chat when they tell me to either be quiet or if we're not being loud enough or say something really, really ridiculously stupid. And unfortunately, Olivia Reed, our friend from up in Brisbane, has told me to be quiet because the silence is nicer. Yes, and we don't condone that. No, we don't condone that. But she's a Broncos fan, so it does make sense. She does make sense because there was a lot of quiet at Accor Stadium this year, especially when they played the Gold Coast Titans. You spelled Storm wrong, by the way, Margaret. That's why you got timed out. That's why Margaret got timed out. Because, unfortunately, Margaret did misspell the Melbourne Storm. 1S Storm. S-T-O-R-M. Full stop. I just realised, actually, so Manly's my dad's team, but the Bulldogs are my grandpa's team, who passed away a long time ago. Passed away, probably like 2006, 2007 or something like that. So he's probably watching this game right now and getting into my dad. Rice Ed says, at least the Broncos season review will make me feel a bit better about the Titans review. I don't know. Like, yes, I am critical of the Broncos, of course, but I also, like, I have been as unbiased as I possibly can. I have told you throughout these season reviews my honest, true opinions and thoughts on the positives and the negatives. Like, I do give positives to the Broncos going into next year and whatnot, but I do give a lot of negatives in regards to this year because ultimately the Titans are in that just purgatory section. They're in the real purgatory of not being the worst of last, but also just being down there, right? So they don't have as much polar criticism comparatively to previous years. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, the grand final, Broncos 16 points up with 15 minutes to go and they lost, right? That's great. But with that being said, because of the vast difference between the Broncos, because if you actually, and you'll hear this in the review, the Broncos in 2020 last improved, massive drop-off, right? So there is a lot of criticism to critique in between that drop-off, yeah? Whilst the Titans the last 3 years have literally been, well, they were 8th, it's the last 4 years, 8th, 4th last, and 4th last. So there's not as much polar opposite criticism that you have to come up with in between. Jay says, Broncos next year's favourites, rumours has it. I think you're drunk. I think you are drunk. I don't... What rumour? Are you watching Capish's channel? Is that where you're getting this rumour from? Where's this rumour coming from? Where's the rumour of the Broncos being premiership favourites next year? Broncos, and this is no shout, like, not trying to shit on you here, Olivia, but the Broncos, I don't know how confident people will even be that they make the top 8 next year. I think that they'll be one of the favourites to be there on the betting odds, but I don't know if they make it. It'll be interesting to see how they bounce back from a year like this, especially with Renault getting older and no one believing in Kevy. Brendan Six says, what would you want to see from both teams this half to persuade you of grand final contention? Bulldogs defense, it's as simple as that. Bulldogs to win this game by grit, determination, discipline, and just powering through their forwards and just being not safe, but content with who they are as a club. Don't stress. Don't throw the ball around. Don't be like Parramatta with the offloads because we can see how that's working out for them. You don't need to be anybody else except for yourselves who've got you here with the defense that you have brought into this season, right? And for Manly, it just needs to be about being more of a collective, being more balanced across the team because there hasn't been a great deal of oomph here. With that being said, they're still only down 16-12 and can still definitely win this game. I don't know if you can convince Manly we can get into the grand final. I don't know if anybody could give me a reasonable argument to say that Manly can beat Panthers or Manly can beat Storm in the preliminary final. They are the two teams you look at now. It's not just because they're first and second in the comp, but it's because they're both the only teams in the preliminary final. They have to go through one of them. So I don't think that anybody could convince me about Manly making it to the grand final. You can convince me they win this game for sure. Don't get me wrong. But I could be convinced on the Bulldogs beating one of those teams. I could be. But that's the weird thing, right? I say right now, second half has just started, by the way. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. Right now, I have the Dogs winning this game. Pre-game, I had Manly. So it just shows to you how fluid this is right now. Bulldogs hit the ball to the 10. First tackle. I think the Bulldogs have more of the DNA of getting to the grand final than Manly do right now. And that's based off of the season and this game, collectively. The home NRLs will soon find out if Manly come out swinging in the second half. Absolutely. Do Manly do what the Cowboys did last night? Or do the Bulldogs come and give them a whack of their own? So third tackle now for the Dogs. Reid Marnie to Bailey Hayward. And Hayward's going to be fourth tackle at the 35 in 40 minutes time. 39 minutes time, guys. Unless we go to extra time, one of these two teams will be eliminated from the NRL in 2024. Eliminated! You can see it on here. It's right there. Will there be a surprise? So Tommy Talau, it is Lehigh Buade. He gets the ball at 15. I would like the Doggies so much more if they got rid of Marnie, Skunkle says. I think most people would be like that. Like, I love the Doggies for Emilio, for Hectic Fred, for the Touchline Podcast boys, you know, Jason David, these kind of guys, right? But when it comes to the rest of their fans, it's a difficult one. But I do like a lot of, and the Dogs fan that we saw at Belmore, Sam, like guys like him, there are true good Dogs fans, but it's the bad ones that just leave a sour taste. Oh, he had Luke Brooks underneath him, Carl Lord, but he didn't pass it. But overall, I think it's a win-win, lose-lose here for the rest of the comp in this game because people hate Manly, people hate the Bulldogs. You know, either way, they get one of those two teams get knocked out. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, they've lost the ball. Connor Tracy's lost the ball. Oh, no, it's going to be a strip. Knock on Manly. Yeah, it's all right, cool. It's all right, cool. Margaret says, do you guys think that the Chooks will make the grand final? No. They've got too many injuries. Sam Walker out. Brandon Smith out. I don't think they've got the halves. Sanders Smith obviously showed he's not ready. One-on-one strip there from Brooks. Unfortunately, he does lose it, yeah. Hilbert says, Storm are the only team who isn't pluralized. Maybe that's the secret to their success. Maybe. Maybe. Because maybe you could have a couple of Storms. You could have a couple of Storms here and there and everywhere, but they don't. It's only the Storm. It's only the Storm. First tackle for the Dogs at 35. Melbourne Storm being successful as a big middle finger from the NRL to the AFL. Is effectively what's happening there. Is Walker out for the rest of the season? He's been out for the rest of the season for about 100 years. So about third tackle now for the Doggies, and they'll get this ball here at the halfway point. Gee whiz, asking Bing. Chandler Bing. I don't know if I can ask Chandler Bing right now. It might take a while. Matt Burton will be taken down here at the 44 tackle. Tried to get the offload away. Couldn't do it, though. Greg Martin says even... Oh, they're talking about the niggle for Tom Weber. He's definitely feeling it. We knew he was, though. Greg Martin says even without the injuries, the Roosters weren't winning anything this season. I agree. But they had more of a chance than, let on. But yes, I would agree. Lehigh Hawaii. Oh! Is that actually... Yeah, he hasn't gone down. Wow, well done. Stephen Crichton. That is Stephen Crichton. That is what we're talking about. That is exactly what he brings to the team. He's picked him up, not off the ground, but held him up off the ground and then dragged him back in the end goal. Well done, Stephen Crichton. That is a big play. So it's a drop out here from Manly to the Dogs. All right, so Manly, will they go the shorty or will they go for the long one like Sherry Evans just kicked basically an 80-metre dropout? Oh! Hard one was the bounce. Oh! I get it. Lucky, because Terrell Skelton nearly knocked that ball on. But it'll be Bulldogs ball here at the 18. Do they start off with a bang here with a try? First tackle for the Dogs. Reid Marnie, Josh Curran. Curran's going to be 10 metres out from the line. If they get a penalty, you would definitely take the 2 to make it 18-12. If they get a try, beautiful. That's a penalty. Oh, that's 6 again, sorry. They don't call penalties there like that. So Toby Sexton, he gives it off here to Hayes. And Harry Hayes will be 5 metres out from the line. First tackle here. First tackle. They Reid Marnie to Bailey Hayward. Hayward to Toby Sexton. Sexton here to Preston. Preston caught. It'll be 7 metres out. Second tackle. Reid Marnie quickly gives it off here to Crichton. Oh, he's gone behind his own player. Okay, pretend that doesn't exist. They kick it through. Oh, melee ball. That's weird from Bulldogs. What? This is what I'm saying. They don't need to do that, man. This is what I'm saying. They don't need to do that. It was very close, but also it didn't happen. So it's high risk, high reward. You lose the ball now on second tackle. Yeah, not the play on second tackle. Luke Brooks. Oh, if he had got that ball away, Lawton might have been away. Yeah, not the play. Not the play. All right, so 4 tackle now for Manly at the 25. They'll go right to Nathan Brown. Gets the ball to the 30. Teammates, nothing wrong with him. Nothing wrong with who? Who are you talking about? And not a great kick there from Manly, but the bounce. Oh, they get the ball on Tracy. Not a great kick there from Cherry Evans, though. And then Tracy slammed to the tackle at the 48. Manly starting off this second half just like they started off the first half. And the same with the Bulldogs. They are dominating this early part of this second half, just like the first half here, the Doggies. The Doggy Woof Woofs. They're not woofing right now, but they're getting a bit of a growl going. A growl. That's what's happening right now. That's threatening. That growl I just made was a really threatening growl. But it's not an attacking growl. They haven't started barking yet. Full tackle here with the Dogs, 25 metres out. So full tackle here for the Dogs. Reed Marnie to Bailey Hayward. Hayward at the back now to Sexton. Sexton at the back here to Matty Burton. Oh, Carraz. Oh, good defense, Manly at the end. Good scramble. Not great defense, but good scramble defense. Burton, no. Gets the offload away, Toby Sexton. Sexton kicks it across. Not the greatest of kicks. Knock on. Dogs ball. Skelton! Try top of the Doggies out of nowhere. That was the worst try I've ever seen, but it's the best try I've nearly ever seen. The Dogs did not mean to do what they just did, but they did it. That's the best way that I can put it. The Dogs did not mean to do what they just did, but they did it. The kick from Toby wasn't actually that good, but it ended up being good. Matt Burton decided to run it himself and then realised he wasn't there. He flicks the ball out at Sexton. Manly didn't have any, Manly just dropped the ball there. I don't think he should be going for it like that, but the Bulldogs just had the numbers. And then all three Manly players cover the wing and they don't cover the inside. Corner nearly got that ball, but then Crichton really smart not to grab it, and then he just flicked it back. But with that being said, if he grabbed it, it's still 6 again regardless. Timson Sexton does it again. Oh, I wouldn't say that's necessarily Sexton. Like, the kick was put in the right area, but I wouldn't say that's what Sexton wanted to do. I wouldn't say that any Dogs player knew exactly what was happening then. That just happened to be the case, which I'm happy for Tobes, but I don't necessarily think that was planned whatsoever, that's right. Mitchell says, on your Skeleton, you sexy mother bish. Sexy mother bish! Trell Skeleton try time, 130 metres today, 4 tackle busts and 1 try. I tell you what, the Doggies will take it. Now they're starting to woof. Now they're starting to woof here, the Doggies. That is good skill there. But yeah, Tommy Talau, Luke Brooks, and also Toto Kuola all bit on the wing and didn't come in underneath for this. They didn't come in underneath, basically. All right, doggy. 2012. Yeah, heads up play from Critter Hillbilly. Heads up play. The Snoop Doggy Dogs of War, absolutely. So Matt Burton will... Oh, wind! Oh, there has to be strong wind. That is the most random 6 points you're going to see. Good heads up play, but that kick was not going in until it went in. The wind just brought that one right across. Has to be windy there. That's crazy. To be fair, it is a good smart play from Skeleton too, because if he had kept going, they would have just got the tackle on the wing. 32 minutes to go here. It's a 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. Long way to go here, Dogs. Don't go crazy just yet. But you are 32 minutes away from seeing the Sydney Roosters at Allianz Stadium next weekend. All right, Toby Sexton now. He'll give this ball off. And the Dogs will get smacked down at the 15 and take them back here to the 12. Jeez, Manly, you're going to start... This is exactly how the first half started, man. They scored at the same time. The Bulldogs have scored at the same time in the second half as they did in the first half at the beginning. So Bulldogs are just going to be safe with them, man. Be content with the ball. Know your footy. You don't need to chance the arm now. You're up by 10. With as good a defense as you have, if you get another try, then sure, okay, wow, you're leading by a 13-plus margin. You probably win this game. You know, if Manly score next, they don't win. But if Bulldogs score next, I've got them winning. And 40-20 attempt there from Marnie. But Manly do grab that ball there at the 25. Really nice take there by Tommy Talau. And Talau whacked in the tackle. LM says go to Bulldogs. Well, right now, 31 minutes away. Long way to go, though. Erica getting around the Doggies. Well done, you can do it. Second tackle here. 30 minutes to go in the game, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. We're here for all finals games, every single finals game, plus you've got all season reviews of the teams that have already been knocked out. Third tackle for Manly at the 40. They give it off here to Nathan Brown. Brown to the ground and Tom Trbojevic, who you can very clearly see is not up to what he would normally do today based off of the fact that you can see very clearly he's got that niggling injury that he's been forced back in to play with, in my personal opinion. Cherry Evans fakes it. Nathan Brown tripped up and taken down at the 50. So Croker now, I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. He puts that ball up. Garrick chasing it through with a great chase. Oh, well done, Karaz. That's a great take, Karaz. Could have easily knocked that ball on, but it's a great take. Who do you think is going to win? Well, I've got an advantage right now of being 50 minutes deep into a game, and I'd say the Dogs. I tipped Manly by 1, but right now the Doggies are looking the goods to win this game. But this game has really been very similar from the outset, where the Dogs dominate the first 10, so let's see this next 10. Let's see if the Dogs can dominate this next 10, because they didn't in that first half. They had the better first half by a long way. And to be fair, like I think the Dogs could be seeing a prelim final if they win this, because the Roosters are very beatable. Like, I could see both Manly or Dogs beating the Roosters next week, to be completely honest with you. Tracy! Annihilated by Lukawati. You can't tell me that Lukawati's not giving it a crack today. He should have passed the ball earlier, but you can't tell me he's not giving it a crack. Alright, so the ball now, that's going on the full. Oh, so close. Hobawada, it was really risky too, because they caught it and then nearly still went out as well. So, like, as we speak, yeah, look, I think the Doggies will be able to hold out this lead, but with that being a Reid Marnie huge hit. Don't give away a penalty for a high tackle. No, that's a penalty. Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, Biffo. Biffo. Oh, Biffo. Sherry Evans has had to grab Curran there. Gee whiz, that was full on. Biffo, punch on. So I think Garrick's claiming he got a high tackle. So this is probably a little bit of gamesmanship here from Garrick to escalate this so that they can look at this maybe. Oh, no, there's no high tackle at all. Oh, no, whoa! That's definitely a swinging arm from Reid Marnie. Puncher Garrick. You can't tell me that he hasn't connected there. And also, Curran's actually the one who escalates this. But Marnie comes in with the swinging arm, but Curran actually escalates this. There could be a bit here. Yeah, loser is eliminated, Jay. Yeah. Oh, that's why there's so much emotion and passion right now. How can you not penalise the Dogs? Oh, they are penalising the Dogs. That's the right call. Yep, penalty. Correct call. I don't know why Dogs fans are booing. Why are you booing? Because it's very clearly a swinging arm there for Reid Marnie, which you should have been penalised for in the first half too, against Matt Burton, which you weren't, so you're lucky there. And then Ruben Garrett runs the ball up first here, and he's at the 35. I don't know why they're cheering as if they've done anything. It didn't do anything really there. But then if anyone escalated, it was actually Josh Curran. And yes, Cherry Evans should not have been doing what he was doing, but I think this is a bold strategy here because you just don't want to wake Manly up. Like, the Bulldogs are awake. That's the issue, right? The Bulldogs don't need to wake their own players up. They're already awake. They're already here. You don't need to wake the other team up by doing silly stuff like that. Cherry Evans to Tom Trbojevic. Trbojevic is at the back end. Garrick taken down to the 38 on the Dogs side of the field. I've seen that been on multiple occasions, but I'd rather have it not. Yeah, I don't understand how they... Like, I know they've called that one. I just can't believe they didn't call that first half one. Fit tackle now at the 30 for Manly. They go right inside. Punch that ball up in the air. The chase is there from Luke Brooks. That's a knockback anyway from the Dogs, and it'll be Dogs ball at the 15. Is it knock on or knock back? I'm not sure. Knock on. So Dogs ball. Matt Burton off to Kiraz. It's going to be first tackle, and they're at their own 23. There's so much energy in this game right now. It is intense. It is definitely finals football. They've called penalty. Don't know why, but they've called penalty. I think they're saying holding on too long, which is what the Dogs have been doing quite a bit. But with that being said, fair enough. Curran got owned by DCE. He did in that regard, which I'm kind of happy for considering the Keanu incident. But with that being said, it's moved on now. Dogs fans get robbed whenever it's not in their favour. Correct, but in the same sense, this has been a pretty good referee game for the most part. The referee has been pretty good for the most part. The Dogs are deserving of the lead, absolutely. And Matt Burton will get this ball to the 40. The Dogs keep playing the way they play. They win this game. It's as simple as that. They don't need a chance to the arm. You are up by 10. You are a defensive. That's a knock-on. It's a knock-on. Absolutely. They're going to challenge this, but it's a knock-on. I reckon they'll challenge this, but I think it's a knock-on. I think it's a risky play. No, they're not going to challenge it. Kick-out's just like, nah, don't worry about it. Knock-on Dogs. That's it. This is what I'm saying. You don't need to chance the arm here. Blocker, you're so Bulldogs biased here, bro. Get their dick out of your mouth, bro. Dead set. Everything is wrong against Manly, and everything is... and Manly play should be binned. That was no try. He hates Manly. We get it, mate. Why are you commentating this game? Because you clearly are just on the Dogs wagon. You're meant to be the professional commentator here. You cannot be biased towards the team, but you always are because you always shit on the Titans. You always shit on this team. Like, bro, you're meant to be the professional commentator here, blocker. BKRmy Kickout is not even complaining. If it was a push, Billy would be complaining, and he'd be justified in doing so. But obviously, that's not what happened, blocker. So why are you arguing against a player that got penalised or knocked on? Shut up, blocker. Second tackle here at the 40. Jake Trbojevic gives it off here to Paseka. He's just talking for the sake of talking. So third tackle, they give it off to Luke Brooks. Brooks had the back now to Tom Trbojevic. And Tom will be taken down at 34. I'm telling you, he's just not in for this game. He's not up for it. He's not in for this game. Luke Brooks here. Steps. Oh, turn out to 25. Good defense there from the Doggies. Fifth tackle off to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans puts that ball across here. Ruben Garrick chasing it. It goes up. Knock on Dogs. Knock on Dogs. No, knock on Manly. Oh, I'd challenge that. Well, Garrick's really up and at him. They're going to challenge this. They're going to challenge it. It's been interesting to see because it is a bit of a 50-50 off of the first eye glance here. I reckon Blocker will suggest a send-off here for Manly for challenging this. I reckon he'll suggest a send-off. So Garrett goes up and... Oh, knock on Dogs. Yeah, knock on Dogs. I thought it came on Carraz's left hand. Yeah, there's the knock on there from Carraz. Yeah. Oh, shut up, Blocker, you knob! Blocker has no idea. It's a knock on Dogs. Everyone can see it, Blocker. Why are you arguing? Holy shit, Blocker. Dead set. 22-12 here. Dogs. 25 minutes to go in the game. Blocker is so biased, man. Everyone and their dog can see that that comes off of Carraz. He goes, oh, it comes off his elbow here. That's not a knock on. Shut up, man. Dead set. He pisses me right off having to listen to this guy every week. Bring the off-season where he gets sacked. Doesn't have to listen to him anymore. All right, 25 minutes to go here of the game. The referees have been good in this game for the majority of the game. Left-hand side here, Luke Brooks. Short ball time. Cherry Evans! Cherry Evans out of nowhere scores a try and the game's back on. The game is back on. Cherry Evans scores. I don't know how the Dogs missed that one so badly. Their defense is very good, but not today. 22-6, well, not in that one. 22-16 with the kick to come. Manly. I reckon the blocker will say no try. Send off Cherry Evans because he did too much. Wow, Luke Brooks no-look pass. Woo! Ryan Scammon says, which one's blocker? Who's the one who talks like this? That's blocker. Blocker makes Sean on commentary look good. Mate, Blocker makes Sean on commentary look like we're in heaven. That pass from Luke Brooks is absolutely beautiful. Like, the Dogs' defense is fantastic, but you can't do anything to that because Luke Brooks shaped it to the inside play and then gets it underneath there for Cherry Evans to follow up and score right in front of the Manly faithful. Yeah, probably an obstruction for Blocker, Seb Watson. I'd probably say it's an obstruction, and Blocker says to come back because there should have been a penalty in the 3rd minute of the game to the Dogs. So deny Cherry Evans the try, send him off, and suspend the Manly Seagulls from the competition for at least the next 3 weeks. A dead set. It's just insanity to listen to him. But we're on for a game here, folks. 22-16, 23 minutes to go here of the elimination final. We knew it was going to be close, and it deserves to be close. And Manly will make it even closer to make it 22-18 with 23 minutes to go of the elimination final. I mean, the NRL should have let DCE and Curran battle it out at the car park. They will after this game. Seb Watson says, why are we not rid of this bloke shouting, wanker, shut up, you twat? Yeah, I know, there's some idiot in the crowd. But anyway, Blocker will not be fired because they know people like me and you and everyone complains about it, so it's comments. It's people talking about it. It's people saying about it. Yes, some people will go and listen to 9, and they'll come back from there and there and there. At the end of the day, like, they won't get rid of him because he just creates so much chatter about Fox and chatter about KO and chatter about the commentary. Dear me. But it's painful as a pure rugby league fan, as you guys are, and myself, I am. It's painful to have to listen to him. All right, here we go, guys. Comment in the chat. Who do you think wins from here? It is 22-18 to the Bulldogs over Manly with 23 minutes to go of the game. Whoever loses is gone, eliminated. Adios, amigo. Vinaka vakalevu. Goodbye. Sayonara. I'll do to you and you and you. Third tackle now for Manly. And the other one Whoever wins this game will play the Sydney Roosters next week at Allianz Stadium in another elimination final to see who plays the Melbourne Storm at Amy Park in 2 weeks' time for a chance to make the grand final. 4 tackle to Tom Trbojevic, and Tom Trbojevic will get this ball here to the 45. Starting to amp up now. You're starting to get that real edge of your seat stuff, which would beat the whole game. But now is when it starts to really get sickening. I don't know how I'll handle this when the Gold Coast Titans are eventually. I don't know how I'll handle it. So Bulldogs taken down to the 18. Close to a high tackle there. I'm surprised. I saw kind of Tracy's head drop back. Might have just been a part of the tackle, but close to a penalty there for the Dogs. Bogger Sports, I think Manly finds a way to win this. Jay says draw. Who wins after the draw, Jay? Marcel says coming to Manly. Greg Martin says surely Manly's experience gets them over the line. There is that point too. There is that point as well. Margaret says, who were you talking to, Seb Watson? Seb Watson's talking about a guy you can hear in the crowd who, when there's kicks happening, there's a microphone in front of him. You can hear him going, wanker, wanker, and just like it's just full of it. So that's who Seb Watson referring to. He's not referring to me. So fit tackle now for the Dogs. But I refer to Seb Watson that way because he's a bomb. So Matt Burton will kick that ball down. Spiral kick. They let it bounce. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Oh no, Tom West has to bring it out. And take it down and go. Well done. The ball was a hard one to catch there for Manly. Matt Burton whacks it up. It's a spiral. Bounces. Couldn't really let it go. Might have actually had an opportunity to let it go a little bit more. But obviously, Tom Dwyer didn't want to be risky with it. It's a finals game. Had to go safe. And unlucky there for Manly. Very lucky there for the Dogs. Well, not lucky. They designed their own play. They put the ball up. It was a hard kick to take. The Bulldogs followed it through nicely. That's what you like seeing. BKRmy kick out. Well done to him. Chasing it through. Same with Bronson Cherry. Same with Josh Cohen. And same with Jacob Kiraz. Why did Turbo touch that? Because I don't know if he knew how far behind they were. Jacob Kiraz! Kiraz! Oh, 5 metres out from the line. Very close. He gets the offload away. You don't need to chance the arm here, Bulldogs. You don't need to chance the arm. Play your game. You don't need to play like an offloading team. That's not who you are. 20 minutes to go the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe, guys. First tackle. Reed Marnie, Matt Burton. Matt Burton! Oh, I thought there was a hole there for him. Second tackle here. 20 minutes to go of the game. It's only a 4-point game. Can they make it another 10-point game if they score? Even if they didn't get the convert try, it's still an 8-point game. So Manly have to score twice still. Gee whiz, I don't know how you're feeling right now, Dogs and Manly fans, but my heart's pumping. But that's how passionate we are for rugby league. Fourth tackle here, Reed Marnie. Right inside Toby Sexton. Sexton here gets it across here to Crichton. Crichton sets back. And fit tackle here at the 10. They're going to have to switch that across to the left-hand side here. Decent defensive from Manly, not the greatest. Being held by Crichton there. Fit tackle now. They give it off here to Toby Sexton. Sexton puts that ball up. It's a nice kick. It's a nice kick from Toby Sexton. He goes up there. Garrick, well done under pressure. Well done, Ruben Garrick. Nice kick from Toby Sexton. Gives the Bulldogs an opportunity. But Ruben Garrick safe onto the high ball. He's got the experience in these pressure moments. Now let's see if the Bulldogs are calm enough to not give away a penalty here and not let Manly get out of trouble. Because they've got them exactly where they want them right now. Keep them down here where they cannot score. Third tackle here at the 12. Marcus is coming. Dogs, don't waste that chance. Well, Luke Brooks here. He's taking that to 20. I don't think they wasted that opportunity. I just think that they need to keep the Manly Seagulls down here. There's only 19 minutes left to go to this game. Don't let Manly get into a position where they can score and can break your heart. Right-hand side of Cherry Evans. And Cherry Evans charged down by BKRmy Kickout. Where's the ball going to go? Where's the ball going to go? 6 again here for Manly. It was a good play there from BKRmy Kickout, though. It was a good play. It didn't work out. Put your hands up, Dog stands, and say, that's all good. We go again. The charge down could have ended up being one of the most hyped tries of this year and could have been one of the most hyped tries that you remember. That's unlucky there for BKRmy Kickout. The bounced away from him, but it was the right play to do at the time, especially put the pressure on and make sure that Cherry Evans and Luke Brooks know they can't get an easy kick away without him being right there in his face. Third tackle now for Manly. They're at the 45. And they go right-hand side. Cherry Evans gives it off here to Olakau'atu, who's been good. And he goes another good run. Had the run at Garrick, but didn't find him again. He's claiming high here. He's claiming something on his head. No, he gets up slowly. Oh, he's claiming, yeah. He's going to have to come off here for a HIA. Olakau'atu is going to have to come off here for a HIA. Olakau'atu is going to have to come off here for a HIA. You could see that his eyes wobbled there. I don't know what happened. Bang! Yeah, he does connect him high. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Wow, they're not saying penalty? I'm sorry, but this competition's all over the shop. They don't know what they're doing. They're dead set. They don't know what they're doing. All right, so Manly here. Fourth tackle. They get this ball to the 45. Matt Lodge taken down. What can the Bulldogs do to hold him out? Cherry Evans whacks that ball up. Hard kick to take. Manly been chasing through nicely all day. What do the Bulldogs do? The ball bounces. And, oh, no, he's jumped off the ground. It's fine. You can tackle him in the air in that situation because he's not going up for the ball from a kick. The ball's already bounced. You're allowed to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. So Bulldogs now, they'll go right-hand side and they'll be taken down here. 20 metres out from the line. Second tackle. This is a great game. This is Elimination Finals footy, folks. This is Elimination Finals footy, folks. Deary me. All right, they go right-hand side. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Is that working again? Now we're working again. Sorry, I had to touch that. All right, so the Dogs now, third tackle, 17 minutes to go. They get this ball to the 40. Now it's fourth tackle. You know it's a great game when the chat's going slow because everyone's so focused on the craziness that we are watching right now. Fifth tackle here. They get the offload away to Reed Marnie. Sorry, fourth tackle. Offload. Matt Burton. No, taking it out the halfway point. Fifth tackle here. Fifth tackle here. What a finish we've got coming up. Sexy Sexton puts that ball down to Tom Trbojevic. He should have an easy grab. Oh, damn. He grabbed it. But he had to. Jeez, they did not make that look easy. That's for sure. First tackle, 16.5 minutes to go here in the game. Cherry Evans. They're only on their own 10. They're struggling for meters. Don't give away a penalty. Don't do anything silly here, Dogs fans. Dogs players, sorry. Dogs fans, Dogs players. It's taken a while for Lehi Habuata to get up there. They give it off here to Garrick. By the way, we better not see Hamali Olakuatu go for HIA because they did not call a high tackle. They did not call a swinging arm on Villy, so you can't. Surely you can't call that as a man. You can't call it off as a HIA because apparently it didn't come to the head. Fourth tackle now, and Manly get the ball to the 35. The Bulldogs fans, you can hear them. They're getting loud right now. Fifth tackle for Manly at the 35. And Cherry Evans, they need him to really turn up now in the kicking game, and that's not it. Colin Tracy gets the ball at 30, and he's on the run already. He gets his ball to the 40, the 45, and it'll be first tackle for Colin Tracy and the Dogs at their own 45 on their side of the field. 32 from 35 completed for the Dogs. 25 from 31 for Manly. That's showing who's leading right now based on the fact that the Dogs are holding on to the ball and they're playing their style of footy. That's how they need to win this game. Third tackle here for the Dogs and they're at the halfway point. Third tackle here. 907 run meters for Manly. Over 1150 for the Bulldogs right now. Fourth tackle now. 15.5 to go. Reed Marnie. Toby Sexton. Forward pass, arguably. No, they didn't call it. Jacob Preston here. Fifth tackle. Rolls it back. Reed Marnie. He runs it himself. He runs it himself! Kicks it through. No, Reed Marnie. It's a 7 tackle set. That's an awful play. No way. It's the worst thing you could have done, Reed Marnie. It's the worst thing. It was great from Reed Marnie to get into the position, to get into the situation, but then that was just... That wasn't the play there, Reed Marnie. You had to be a lot more safe with that. Yeah, this is finals footy finals footy at its finest, Mitchell. You're absolutely spot on. First tackle here for Manly. 15 minutes to go here at the game. It's only a 4-point game. Whoever loses is eliminated, guys. Whoever loses is gone. Right inside, Tom Trbojevic has to go down. Olakuatu, that was lazy. That was lazy there from Olakuatu. So second tackle now. Libby says, oh my gosh, Muppet. Yeah, there's a Muppet, that's for sure. Taniela Paseka at the 40. Third tackle here. Giants, do you think the winner will beat the Roosters? I think it's a chance. I think the Roosters are very beatable right now. Cherry Evans, Tom Trbojevic. Tom Trbojevic. Oh, I nearly got through at the halfway point. Fourth tackle now. 7 offloads to 2 in favour of the Bulldogs over Manly in this game. They give it off here to Cherry Evans, who gets it to Jake Trbojevic. Trbojevic to Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks, short ball, Ben Trbojevic. Forward pass. Big call. Big game. Big play. Massive, massive moment there. The referee calls a forward pass against Luke Brooks. And a bit of Crichton and Jake Trbojevic getting into each other there. 14 minutes to go. Let's see. Yeah, it's a forward pass. Caleb says golden point. Well, there is 14 minutes to go here of this game. It's only a 4-point game. Manly are struggling to get over the top of them. They are struggling to get over what a beautiful day in Sydney, by the way. But they're struggling to get over the top of them right now, but it's still only a 4-point game. Well, Blocker shut up. When did Cooper Cronk get in the box? That's great. It's great to hear that Blocker shut up. Right-hand side. Jeez, Luke Brooks just went for an intercept just then too. Crichton taken down to the 45. First tackle. Jeez, Peter G's getting wild, Jay. So go left-hand side. Now, on Bulldogs! No, that's such the wrong... that's actually a penalty. What do you mean he's not offside? What do you mean he's not offside? He's in front of him and he's deliberately jumped on the ball. That is a penalty for an offside, but okay. Okay. Brother says, where's the Titans? Oh, mate, we're in Bali. Don't you worry about that. No, we're on the bin tanks. Way there. Whoa! Living on a prayer. This is finals footy, folks. Finals footy. After this game, after the next 13 minutes, there will only be 6 teams left in the competition. Cherry Evans to Ruben Garrick. Here we go. Penalty Manly. Burton, no. I think he's called a high tackle. He has. Oh, no. The Viliami kicker, not Burton. Viliami kicker with a high tackle here. Garrick goes down, and they're going to have a great attacking opportunity here, Manly. A fantastic attacking opportunity. 35 metres out. 12 minutes to go. Only down by 4. Can Manly find a way to either put us into a field goal contest or take the lead? And Burton can kick 2-point field goals too, mind you. That's at 6 again. They haven't called it. So right side, Cherry Evans to Olakawatu, and Olakawatu is going to be taken out at the 30. Second tackle now. 12 minutes to go here of the game. They go left-hand side to Jack Chaboyevich. Back underneath to Matt Lodge. Jeez. Third tackle now. 25 metres out of the line. Third tackle. Croker to Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks, Ben Chaboyevich. Didn't run the right line. I think he had the edge. So forward tackle now. Just time out, Jay. Don't deal with that at the moment. Forward tackle now. 13 metres out of the line. Lachlan Croker to Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks. Oh, he's been smacked in the tackle, which meant the ball goes backwards, but it wasn't touched by the Dogs, I don't think. No, Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans! Cherry Evans taking down 9 metres out of the line. Fifth tackle. What a run from Ches. But he's out of the kicking game now. They're going to have to use Luke Brooks. Fifth tackle. Manly. Luke Brooks. Soldier Boyovich right outside. Knock on Manly. They tried to get out to Garrick. There was a chance for Manly to score, but no knock on Dogs, are they? No, knock on Manly. They say knock on both ways, but knock on Manly first. Jeez, that was close there for Manly, though. If they had got that quick pass, yeah, if he had to grab it and run it himself realistically there, or just go for a little kick through. Guys, 10 minutes to go here of this elimination final. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Catch and pass, not the tip on top tail quarter, Brett Neslick. You're absolutely right. Catch and pass, not the tip on there from Koala, but unfortunately he does go for that real quick play. But the Bulldogs have to keep playing their style of footy here. They cannot go the flashy stuff. They just need to grind this out. That's what the Dogs are good for, and they can do that. 10 minutes to go here of the game. Second tackle here of the Dogs come off their own line at the 15. Don't need to score. They just need to just defend for their lives for the next 10 minutes, and they're one of the best defensive teams in the comp for that very reason. Joshua Layton says, let's go, my Manly. Good luck, man. We're in for a red-hot, fiery last 10 minutes here in an elimination final. 4 tackle at 35. Reid Marnie gives it out to Con Tracy. Good run there by Tracy. I think he's been really integral today to the Bulldogs. Really integral. Now, Matt Burton here for a big boot. Oh, basic kick. I would have thought he was going to go for a bomb, but not as much as you would have expected there, to be fair. Lee Hobawade tried to get through the tackle of Viliami kick out, and also Bronson Sherry couldn't get through, though. Good tackle there. Tom Chaboyevich, he's tried to get the penalty there, but they were both marker. They were both fine there for the Dogs. Cherry Evans to Ruben Garrick. Garrick gives out the back of Luke Brooks. They don't really have the numbers here. They tried to spread it, but they're just struggling for metres here. Now, Bulldogs just don't give away a penalty. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Don't be ill-disciplined in this situation. You've got Manly Seagulls exactly where you want them. Third tackle, 15 out from their own line. They still have to score a try. And convert it to win, or even just score it to send it to extra time. All right, so Garrick now. He'll be at the 25. Rolls it to Lachlan Croker. Cherry Evans underneath it to Tom Chaboyevich. Unloads it. Left hand side. They got numbers, Manly. Ben Chaboyevich at the 50. Tolentau Koala. Manly, with 9 minutes to go, will score. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy stuff. Holy shit, 22-22. That is some insanity there from Manly. 8.5 minutes to go, and Manly to take the kick here. Look at this. Cherry Evans underneath to Tom Chaboyevich, up the guts, gets the offload underneath there to Garrick. Garrick gets it to Brooks. Brooks quick pass to Ben Chaboyevich. They get past the 50. Tontau Quarter gets it. He's got the speed. Toby doesn't have the speed. He dummies off past Skelton, and the man at the back, I think it might have been Connor Tracy, was not able to make the tackle there. And Tontau Quarter, it's not the easiest of kicks, but you would expect Manly to be able to get this conversion here through Ruben Garrick to make it a 2-point game, 24-22. Now, Matt Burton can take a 2-point field goal. Matt Burton can kick long ranges, so don't count Bulldogs out of it yet. But now you've got to start chancing the arm, because the Bulldogs, they weren't playing necessarily their game. They allowed that play at the middle, and Manly find a way through their experience down the left-hand side and just power past them, man. Power past them. What a crazy game this is. Yeah, look at that Manly interrupt. Gee whiz, my heart, I can feel it for Dogs fans because that is crushing. But it's not game over. It is not game over. There is still 7.5 minutes to go. Garrick still has to make this kick and there's still 7.5 minutes to go. But what a crazy game. Justin Sutton said this game is not disappointing. No way. It's a fantastic game. Garrick will make the kick over the black dot. Well done. Well done. Right over the black dot. And Manly have taken the lead. 24-22 with 7.5 minutes to go here. 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go of the elimination final. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment in the chat right now here on YouTube, guys, or TikTok. Let us know who you think will win from here. Let us know who you think will win from here. There is 7 minutes to go. 2-point game. Does Burton get a field goal? Do the Dogs get a penalty? Or do Manly know how to hold this out with their experience too? Hillbilly says, I can't speak. I can't speak. Exactly right, Hillbilly. My dad would be going crazy in Vietnam right now. He'd be going crazy in Vietnam in his bar. 7 minutes on the clock to go. Manly fans up and at him. They don't go for the shorty, they're the Dogs. Now let's see if Manly can be content with the ball and not get too crazy. That's a great run from Talia up a second to the 25 with some post-contact there. Bulldogs, don't get ill-disciplined here. Don't get frustrated. You're still in this game. It's only a 2-point game. You cannot get frustrated where you give away a penalty for pushing or holding on too long and getting frustrated. You've got plenty of time here still to score a try or to get a penalty. Third tackle here for Manly at the 40. Reminder, get off the tackle. Right-hand side, Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans steps around. He's at the halfway point. Third tackle gets the offload away to Nathan Brown. And Matt Lodge, whoa, whacks into Jamin Salmon. Fourth tackle, arguably 6 again, but they won't call them touch a big pressure cooker moment like this. Tom Jabojevic now, he'll be taken down. 39 minutes out, no, gets the offload away. On fourth tackle, and now Garrick at the 35. Greg Muntz has got a feel for Daz, Hector, Fred, Emilio on the touchline, boys. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I feel for my boys, but I also love it for my boy Adrian from the Sports Shed. You know, I love it for my Manly friends as well. Up it goes. Oh, is that knock on there for the Dogs? Penalty to the Dogs. At their own 10, but it's a penalty to the Dogs. Olakwatu, you can challenge it, man. They will challenge it. I just coughed up. You can challenge it, and they do challenge it. Deary me, 6 minutes to go here in the game. Yeah, exactly right, B2021. This game could go into golden point. It's never over. Brisbane Lions proved that last night, coming back for 44 points by winning by 5. You're right. Knock on. It's actually just a knock on here from Karaz. Is that Karaz? By the way, Biddy, it's funny you say that because Brisbane Lions just joined the TikTok. the Brisbane Lions. I think this is a fair contest and this is just a knock on Dogs. This isn't a penalty. It's going for the ball and the Dogs knock it on. That's just a knock on Dogs. Yeah. Does it go forward? Oh, it went into Olakwatu. It's a knock on. Well, doesn't it go into Olakwatu? Yeah, it goes into the head of Olakwatu. Yeah, absolutely. It's a knock on. This is Manly ball, 10 minutes out. They can win the game right now. Manly can win the game right now with a try. 6 minutes to go here. 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go here. Challenge is successful. Karaz knocks the ball on. Manly ball, 10 metres out, up by 2. If they score a convert try here, I would assume they win the game. But it's only a 2-point game to Manly. This is huge. This is huge, man. This is huge. Caleb says knock back and tackle in the air. You have no concept of what just happened if that's what you believe. Olakwatu at every single stage of that is going up for the ball, is a fair contest, and Karaz absolutely hits it into the head of Olakwatu. There's no debate about that. I don't even know what game you're watching. So 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go here of the game, and potentially the Dogs' season. Right-hand side to Olakwatu. Olakwatu, 10 metres out, 5 metres out. He's been so good today, Olakwatu. He's been so good. First tackle now, 5 metres out on the line. Well, that's a 6 again. Atkins, you got to call that. No, it's a big call, but you got to call that there, Atkins. Matt Lodge, second tackle. You're going to defend for your literal season right now, Dogs. They give it up to Jake Trebojevic, 10 metres out. At the back here to Paseka. Oh, 3 minutes out from the line, third tackle. 5:17 to go of the game. Kroger! Oh, he's held up. Oh, dearie me, he's held up. 5:10 to go. Cool heads win this, Hillbilly. That's what I've been saying about the Dogs when they've been leading. They had to have the cool heads. They had to have the experience. They will benefit from this for the years to come. Absolutely. They'll benefit from it because they were just chancing their arm a little bit too much for a team that was already in the lead. And then Manly just found a way to get back into it. But it's still 5 minutes to go. They can't concede here, however. Manly go right inside of Jakey Trebojevic, who's going to be 10 metres out. 9 metres out from the line here, fit tackle. This shit is tense, Christian Kerr. This is elimination finals football, baby. Cherry Evans, Luke Brooks. Oh, imagine him being the one to win it. But it's fit tackle. That's what you need to do. You know, Reed Marnie giving away that 7-tackle set was not the play, and that screwed the Dogs quite significantly there from the experience, right? Luke Brooks, fit tackle, no experience, but gets tackled 5 metres out rather than kicking it through and risking a 7-tackle set. Oh, and here it comes. The Dogs knock it on first tackle. Bronson Cherry. Cool heads prevail. Cool heads prevail. Dogs, you are not out of it. You don't need to be like this right now, man. 24-22, 4 minutes 20 to go. The pressure is starting to pile on the Dogs. Manly will score in this set, I reckon, because I reckon the Dogs' heads are out of it. I reckon their Dogs' heads are out of it. They had all the opportunity in the world to still win this game. I could be wrong. The Dogs could still score and win this game. But Manly now with a fresh set of 6, 10 metres out. Manly could win and see the Roosters next week at Accor Stadium. Right now, they nearly lost the scrum feed. Wow. Matt James' Dogs throwing the game. I wouldn't say the Dogs are throwing the game. Manly have had the experience to win this game, and Manly have had the experience and knowledge to know what to do when it counts to win the game, whilst the Dogs haven't been in the finals for 8 years. But the Dogs did have this game, but it was taken away by the more experienced team so far. 3 minutes 40 to go here. Luke Brooks taking down 9 metres out here from the line. Manly score a converted try. It's game over, man. They go right-hand side. Ben Trebojevic, 24-22, 3:28 to go of the elimination final. Second tackle here for Manly. They're 15 metres out. Christian Kerr says that corner run was clutch, as should have been stopped. Absolutely. Third tackle now. Wow, Tony Paseka's been really good in this game. Third tackle for Manly. Croker to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans to Ben Trebojevic. Who wants to stand up even Manly right now? Or who wants to make the big play for the doggy wolf wolf? Fourth tackle. Cherry Evans. 10 out. Matt Lodge. You don't need to risk it for the biscuit here, Manly. You just need to get tackled here and force the Bulldogs to attack when they haven't been good at it all season from their own 5. Out the back to Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks to Tolotau. Koala. It's okay. Bulldogs, you get a chance. That's fit tackle at their own 4. Now, don't knock it on, Dogs. You've got 2 minutes 43. You've got about 2.5 sets that you can... Not 2.5, but you'll probably get at least 1.5 set, maybe potentially 2. So do what you need to do right now. Beg for a penalty. Beg for Manly to make a mistake here. Force the error on Manly. Second tackle here for the Dogs. They're 15 out. The Bulldogs fans are getting loud. I can hear Manly as well. Cherry to Burton. Burton to Viliami kick out. Viliami kick out. Flicks it off to Cherry. Bronson Cherry. Oh, is that not a penalty? No, it's not. Second tackle here for the Dogs at the 45. They're moving here. They're moving. They're going to be within range for a 2-point field goal if they wanted to take it. Or a penalty. Fourth tackle at the 44. Great opportunity here for the Dogs. Reed Marnie, Toby Sexton. They're going to have to go for a 2-point field goal. They might have to. You'll have another chance here. Go for it. Go for it, Birdo. No. No, they don't know what they're doing. Now to Birdo. Go for the 2-point field goal. Ah! Oh, it's short. It was on target, but it was short. A minute 42 to go here of the game. Still time for the Dogs. They'll still get another set. But that was a brilliant field goal opportunity there for Burton. The Dogs need to have done practice and training on this situation. How are they not knowing what they're doing in that situation? They threw the ball out to kick out. Why are you passing the kick out? Give it to Burton, your playmaker, regardless of whether you go for a field goal or not. Oh, man, that's a strike. If he got that power, he had it on target, man. That is so heartbreaking there. Marnie needs to know what they're doing, though, in that situation when you're down by 2 in the clutch moments. He's experienced in finals too, Reed Marnie. Second tackle. Manly with the ball at the 40. They'll still get maybe 2 or 3 tackles here, the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs will still get 2 or 3 tackles here. They're so silly with a good setup. He nails that. Absolutely. You give him a good setup there, Christian Kerr, and they probably got extra time. Because it was on target. It was on target, just didn't have the power. Fourth tackle now. They'll maybe even get a full set. Arguably knock on there for Lodge. I don't know. Close. Fifth tackle now, 35 out. Play it simple stuff. Just whack it up in the air here, Cherry. Whack it up in the air. Smart play, exactly right. Bulldogs, you can't make a mistake. Manly catch it. Here we go. Bulldogs, your season is on the line. This set, 47 seconds to go. Hit that like button here. Subscribe if you're new around here. YouTube and TikTok, 45 seconds to go. Bulldogs, your season comes down to this set. 40 seconds to go. The Dogs go right hand side. They give it off here to Stephen Crichton. Can he be the man? No, taking down 30. First tackle. 34 seconds to go here of the game. One team will be eliminated in just 30 seconds time from the competition. Toby Sexton, my boy, taking out the 40. Second tackle. 24 seconds to go here of the game. They go left-hand side. Reed Marnie off to Bronson Sherry. No, it's James Salmon. He'll be taking out the 45. They can't go for a 2-point field goal. You have to go for the try here, Bulldogs. They're 45 out from their own sideline. 10 seconds to go. Their season comes down to this. You have to score a try. You don't have the distance for a 2-point field goal. Okay, 6 seconds. You have to get up now. 4 seconds to go here, Dogs. 2-point field goal. Matt Burton. Oh, it's short again and they missed. The Manly Seagulls are off to the semi-finals to take on the Sydney Roosters. The Bulldogs season is over. I'm heartbroken for you, man. What a game of football, but I know our Dogs fans will be feeling right now, man. What a game of rugby league. What a game of rugby league. Manly fans be loving dancing to this right now. Oh, I feel like crying for you, Dogs fans. I do. I feel like crying for you. I'm actually getting quite emotional at that. Good on you, Manly, but they deserved it. They found a way to win it. They found a way to win it. 2 failed field goal attempts. The second one was too far out, but the first field goal attempt was Reed Marnie's fault for not getting Burton, and Burton's fault too for not calling it in the right position. Wow. Manly. They win. That was adrenaline rushing, Caleb. That's how this is finals football, baby. And we're going to be here for every single game of the finals, son. What an awesome, awesome game of football. Elimination final. Manly prevail. They will be facing the Sydney Roosters next week at Allianz. Sorry, Doggies fans, but I've got to update this screen right now on YouTube. I've got to update this screen. I've got to put this eliminated next to the Doggies. Oh, no. Now my screen's just messing up. Oh, give me 1 second here, guys. I'm trying to fix this. That Manly performance to win that game is actually, like, super impressive. It actually is super impressive there. I'm just trying to move this here, guys. Oh, it's not working. You reckon they beat East? I reckon that anyone who won this game had a chance to beat East for sure. I do. I genuinely do believe it. I think that the Roosters are definitely beatable, that's for sure. The Roosters are definitely beatable. And I think that Manly will take confidence out of the fact that the Dogs played a good game here today and they found a way to beat them through experience. And it's not like the Roosters, it's not like the Roosters aren't experienced. Of course they are. Sorry, Bulldogs fans, I'm going to put the eliminator next to you. It's not like the Roosters aren't experienced, but I'm just saying that Manly team today to find a way to win it. Tolutau Quaddle, that try was incredible. Cherry Evans found a way through some really good... And I think Luke Brooks was unbelievable today. I really do. I think Luke Brooks was unbelievable today in his finals debut. Really impressive by him. After so long being out of it, he's a finals footballer. He is. He's a finals footballer. Tom shouldn't play next week, Hillbilly says. Also set up your winning try, mate. I think that's a little bit disrespectful. I know where you're coming from. But I think it's a little bit disrespectful considering that he got through the full 80 and was the one who set up your try to win the game with Tolutau Quaddle. He set up the try to get you it. It was fantastic what he did right in the middle. Got the offload away. They pass that to the left-hand side. Tolutau Quaddle breaks away and they score. That's in like the 75th minute of the game, 76th minute of the game. So, I don't know. I think you have to play your best. If you're confident you beat Roosters, sure. But I think you have to play your best, man. 73 minutes worth of leading the game to lose is heartbreaking. Well, Skunkle, it's not even just that, mate. You've got to look at the whole season as a context as well. The Bulldogs fans have been so hyped. They've been so, believing their team, and they've had a good season. They've got to really... I know they'll be crying right now. I know they'll be really upset. I even got emotional for them just then a little bit. But, it's a long season, right? Like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, after a whole year of us traveling to every game and whatnot, and then to lose like that, it would be just... Yeah, wow. Real frustrating, but they'll learn from this. They'll learn from this not to... guys, I'm going to jump off here from TikTok. We're going to continue on YouTube, so go jump on YouTube if you want. Appreciate you. I think that, they will really appreciate this. I think that the Dogs will really appreciate this as long as they don't let this impact them going into next year and don't let this just be a miracle run, is what I would say. They just need to not let this be a miracle run. Hillbilly says, thanks, Blaze. Love your finals energy. Well, mate, don't worry. We've got our season reviews of the other teams. But also next week, we're going to have the Cronulla Sharks taking on North Queensland Cowboys in an elimination final. And then we will have Manly versus the Roosters as well. Going to be a big one. Going to be a big one. Caleb, some literally shaking. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. That is how it goes. Shut up, skunk. I was just wondering. I was just seeing what Bugs Benny said. Tommy says, Manly! Whoa! Melly. My dad would be going crazy right now. Actually, I'm going to send him a voice message right now. I'm going to send him a voice message right now. He'd be going crazy. He'd be going crazy in Vietnam. Hold on, you guys can join me. Mate, that shit was wild. Congratulations on getting to the next week. That was, I don't know if you're watching here. Sometimes he does watch us here on YouTube, but I'm still streaming right now. But I just want to say that was awesome. That was dead set awesome. Judah says, Robbed, you're off your rocker. You're coping. There is no way. Look at it for its positives. Bulldogs fans, I plead with you. I plead with you to get behind your team. Ethan Bullimore scored that try. The pass is not forward. The ball does not bounce off a dog. Manly scored that try. Also, mind you, there was a couple of controversial calls that went against Manly at the end of that first half where Burton swing an arm, and second half, Billy Army kick out swing an arm. With that being said, though, the Bulldogs were good in this game. They were really solid for 75 minutes of the game, but when Manly broke them, Manly broke them. Right? When Manly broke through the defense, that's when Manly broke them. Right? You need to get behind this as a quality season. Don't blame the referees because it's not the referees' fault you lost this game. You lost at the end of the day to the more experienced team, but you will get experience from this. If you immediately start blaming the referees, then no one gives you credit. And I won't give you the credit. I'm telling you right now, the Dogs deserve the credit, but if you pass the blame to the referees, you're just a typical casual fan who just wants to cope for their loss. I get time is hard right now. I get shit sucks, right? Been there before, mate. Paddy Herbert, Roosters Titans, 2021. But you've got to recognise the better team has won on the day based off of experience, and that the referees, for the most part of that game, even when the Dogs were winning, were pretty good. They were pretty good for the majority of that game. So, like, you can sit there and blame the referees all you like, but you will lose the credibility from that. You will. Sergeant Kelson, member for 32 months, says, Rugby League, man, what a sport. What a sport, mate. What a sport. What a sport. The referee had a great game, Steve. Grant Atkins had a great game. A great game. Skuggle says, was definitely a try, unfortunately, Judah. Definitely a try. Hillbilly says, you're right, but I don't think Tom will make it through 3 back-to-back games, and if you're not first, you're last. Like, yes, but in the same sense, you're not going to be in the preliminary final if you lose that game to the Roosters. So you have to kind of play him. You do. You have to play him. You have to. You can't risk that, man. It's too risky. It's too risky. Someone says preach. I won't go at you, but you know I was going to bite back at you there. Someone says Olakawati was incredible for me. Olakawati was great. Luke Brooks was unreal. I thought so many of Manly stood up today, but like the Bulldogs, the intensity they brought was just fantastic. It was fantastic. But again, the experience won out in the end. The experience won the game in the end. Bodie Striker says this is heartbreaking. Absolutely it is, mate. I feel for you. I teared up a little bit for the Dogs fans when I knew my boy Emilio would be crying right now. I know Hector Fred would be heartbroken. You know, couldn't care less about one content creator who's a Dogs fan because he's a knob. But, you know, outside of that, you've got Touchline Podcast who I feel for. Ajay Bez, you know, I feel for him. You know, Jason David, these guys will all be heartbroken right now, but they've got to come together and realise that was a good performance and that was a good season for the Dogs. Regardless of how it's ended here, that was a fantastic season. You didn't give up. You kept on going. You lost in the end to a more experienced Manly team. They're more than likely probably going to play in the prelim because the Roosters are really beatable right now. But if they don't, the Roosters, you know, beat them for you next week. Regardless, you need to get the positivity going for your team, not think about the negatives of the rest because the rest actually had a pretty good game. Hilby says, Dogs were great, maybe a little unlucky, but that's rugby league. They'll be even better next year. Absolutely. Someone says Roosters, and then the rival game against the Storm, which gives us a 1% chance. Just happy the ball wasn't flat today, Jason said. Dear me. But there we go, guys. Yeah, neutral fans must have loved that game. Yeah, neutral fans. I'm a neutral fan. That was awesome. That was awesome. That was dead set an awesome game. But all right, guys, I'm going to jump off for today. Like I said, tomorrow, season reviews. We have got the Parramatta Squeals. The Parramatta Eels will come out tomorrow, followed by the Titans, Warriors, Broncos, Dragons, Dolphins, Raiders, Knights, and now the Bulldogs. So, obviously, guys, that will come out 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Great season, Dogs. Take some solace in this season and be very happy with how you've performed. Manly fans, do the Eagle Rock all week, baby. Good luck against the Roosters. We will be live for all the games in the final series, including the grand final. Alrighty, guys, I appreciate you as always. Like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the video. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.